by some football. All my sports teams off season go through withdrawals, 30 minutes to tip off. Like Rakim was saying, weak ideas give me ear problems. Sound like thunder and rain. I'm excited that you came on this journey with 3 of my friends. Defy life till we die and grow wings. Just a different perspective. Haters in every direction. Refuse to live my life based off your projections. Their expectations are lazy. My expectations are crazy. My lady defies me. Koozie, Brown, Brady, Jordan, LeBron, Aaron, Bonds, Mayweather, I be forming. You get the picture, greatest ever born. I attack without warning. This is not around the horn. Them other shows whack, a lot of yawning. You really want to be the best, got to pay the price. We make winning look easy. Welcome to Defy Life. Defy Life.
Welcome to the Defy Life Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Bud Bottles, home of the Bud Bottle and the Bud Freshener. Please visit budbottles.com for your odor eliminating needs. You can listen to the Defy Life Podcast anywhere your favorite podcasts are available. Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, etc. As always, remember to follow, subscribe, like, and drop us a comment whenever you listen. You can also follow us on all social media platforms at Go Defy Life. This is episode 71 of the Defy Life Podcast. I am your host, Gerald Glymph, joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Alvin Glymph, Gerald Hedrick. How's it going today, Al?
Good, my brother. Chilling in Dog Town, Athens, Georgia.
Biggie in the background.
You can hear that? You hear
that?
Absolutely. Gotta have a little theme music when I travel. So doing good, man. Doing good. Enjoying it. So, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. As I was talking to y'all off air, I pick all nights. Of all nights, I picked tonight to get my ass back in the gym. So, I'm on fumes right now, but I'm feeling good. Glad I did it. Finally got back in the gym. I have my sons in there with me. We decided to be each other's accountability partners, so we was pushing it tonight. So, yeah.
Okay. I like that.
So yeah.
Working out is always easier when you have an accountability partner.
Absolutely.
True indeed.
Yeah.
True indeed.
And also what I figured out is over the past 10 days or so, working out is always easier in your head as well. So, yeah.
Like many things.
That is a fact, man. I fucking despise cardio. I hate it.
Yeah.
I gotta trick myself into doing it. Like, yeah, if you just run to the trash can, that's a little cardio.
Yeah, like it was so much easier. Like when we could like just get up and play ball every afternoon and just get it in. But now you actually got to make a point of it. Like nobody wins in the end. Like it's just like, what did I do that for?
Right, just doing it just to do it.
Yeah. So, but
I'm about to buy like a 28 speed bicycle for real, and just like that's gonna be my cardio because it like tricks me into thinking that I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But really, it's just to work out.
Yeah, exactly.
I bought me a bike for my birthday, and it does allow. I've got more cardio since I bought this bike in 3 months probably than I have in the last 3 years. Just because it is different, and it ain't just boring running around on a track or on a treadmill. And so, yeah, real talk.
Good for y'all, and shout out to you and Ruth from Cycle Line. We got some cyclers in here, so yeah,
okay.
Man, it's it's always good stuff. It is we got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise,
we gotta do it.
Yeah. So, and and I say this to all of us, and I say us, I mean all of us brothers, man. Take care of your bodies.
Yep.
Stay active, and go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah, all that shit.
Go to the dentist.
Go to the dentist. Yeah, we all guilty of it. Yeah, so stay on top of it. If you got to find accountability partners, do that. Your significant other, whoever it is, if you got the right woman, she will make your ass go. So
right.
So yeah, but definitely, this ain't even something we wanted to talk about tonight, but yeah, just something that came up. So definitely, guys, take care of yourselves. We want you around as long as possible, and hopefully you want us around as long as possible. So,
Word.
Take care of yourselves. And, don't nobody want us looking all flabby and sloppy and shit. So, when you see yourself starting, you feel yourself getting soft, get back in there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, man. Gerald, how you tonight, man?
Hey, man. You guys, y'all gonna have to come to my impeachment party, man.
Yes, see the invite.
I'm having a great day, man.
I'll toast to that. Well,
yeah, man.
If I can't make it in person, I'll show up via satellite on FaceTime or something like that, because I would love to be part of that.
Or hologram.
Absolutely,
It's
man.
2018. I'm sure you can find an Alvin hologram and put him in your party.
Check that out.
Absolutely, man. I'm just here in Charlotte defying life, man. I'm having. It's only Tuesday. I didn't get to make 2 for Tuesday today, but I'll make it next week.
All right. Well, you touched on it, man. Go ahead and speak on it. A little bit of breaking news right before we, a couple hours before we got on. News broke in the political realm concerning our national government, our federal government. Go ahead and speak on that.
Well, in case, just for the listeners, in case they hadn't heard or they hadn't been paying attention to the news, so the Mueller team, federal prosecutor, the Manafort trial has been ongoing for about a week and a half, and the jury started deliberating on Thursday of last week, or Wednesday or Thursday, and they came back he was charged with 18 different federal crimes. They did come back with a hung jury on 10 accounts. But they did find him guilty on eight other counts of federal charges. So he's facing, depending on what the judge gives him, anywhere between 7 to 12 years, and that's just for the federal charges. He has another case that starts. He has another case that the state of New York is bringing against him that starts like next week or the week after. So he's in a whole world of trouble. I think he's and the reason for the acquittals, and just in my opinion, is because I don't think the jurors trusted Rick Gates, kind of the guy that they flipped to testify against him. They were both kind of crooks. So that we can that's they came back with acquittal based on his testimony, but all the evidence kind of corroborates it. So he definitely wasn't going to get off. And I think in the bigger news, Michael Cohen, the president's longtime personal attorney, actually just turned himself into the FBI or did some sort of deal where he's pled guilty to 7 or 8 federal charges, including illegal campaign contributions that he says was directed by a person that was running for federal office at the time. He said he didn't come out and name Donald Trump, but everyone knows who that person that was running for federal office is. And so, man, they're terrible. Michael Cohen's got the goods. He knows everything. So if they flipped him, I think that other shoe or the first shoe, that other shoe or the first shoe or whatever shoe, I think the shoe's falling if they can flip him, because if he pled, because you guys know if you plead guilty to some charges, what they was gonna charge you for, was astronomical.
And it usually comes with the promise of cooperation. And like you said, him being the fixer, the lawyer, the knower of all dirt, him cooperating is major. That is major.
I think that's major. The president gave a speech in West Virginia shortly after all this came to light, and he really didn't even mention it. Like, he just,
at all.
Nope, crazy to have a rally with a room full of supporters, and he just did his stump speech. Got the tax cuts, saving money on NATO,
Call some football players, sons of bitches. Just get it over.
Facts. No collusion.
Exactly.
Yeah, no collusion. The usual hits.
Yeah. Talk about how the blacks have the lowest unemployment in history of the United States. The blacks. Keyonne with the gays.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, well, we'll talk about this legal stuff, and we can just talk about all that.
Right, that's right. Nothing to see here, guys.
Yeah,
Fake
news.
Yeah. Fake news.
Man,
Fake
you already
news.
know. Oh, wow. Nah. Well.
But like Al said, man, it's actually, all of this was just the investigation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's about to get interesting.
Oh, yeah. Man. Between this and Urban Meyer, man, ain't nobody got no free time.
Yeah. The mighty are falling quick.
Man. Well, speaking of them sons of bitches, those NFL players, taking a knee during my national anthem, ESPN has announced that they will not air the national anthem before NFL games, which I found like newsworthy and okay, all at the same time.
I saw that.
Yeah. What'd you think about that, Gerald?
So so remember how we talked last week about how the NFL, or maybe that was the week before, but how the NFL has kind of botched this whole situation, and to me, that could have been one of those things that they talked about behind closed doors. Like, they could have went to the networks a long time ago and said, "Hey, how about you just not air the anthem and let's see if we can quell some of the outrage or some of the whatever this and whatever that. Like, why does this have to be a thing?" So, I think it's interesting. I want to see how it plays out, because ESPN has gotten their share from this announcement. But I also remember not very long ago, I wasn't really seeing the anthem unless it was the NFC, a playoff game, or the Super Bowl, or in basketball. Like, so they of course they show that during like kind of big games, but it wasn't like an every game thing. You wasn't really seeing it, So I think it goes all back to the government going to the NFL or in our sports world and saying, hey, play this during the or whatever, air this, and we'll give you money for it.
Yeah, the NFL getting all that money from the DOD, of course. Al, what is your take on this? You think it's a good move by ESPN to not air the national anthem?
Well, honestly, I was shocked. Mainly because ESPN, news, entertainment, those types of industries tend to want to get ratings and show whatever is the hot topic. So that's one thing. That was my first reaction. It was just like, wow, I can't believe they did that. But then I'm always looking at parallels and how things remind me of things type of dude. And what it reminded me of, because, I thought, wow, this is the platform that many of them were seeking, and now it's being taken away. You know what I mean? So it's like people were protesting because they wanted exposure. They wanted to be seen protesting to raise awareness. Now that's being removed. And so what it reminded me of when I thought about it, and I'm not saying there's any comparison morally, ethically, anything like that, but the first thing that came to my mind, though, is how many, like, newscasts, CNN, or other people won't show the face of serial killers. You know what I mean? Like, they've made a decision. Like, even though we know it is news, we're not going to give these people what they want, and we're not going to show them. We're not going to mention their name. And it's, so there's some similarities where they make choices like this for whatever reason. And so it's not like, they ain't done nothing like this before. But at the end of the day, to answer your question, do I think it's a good thing? I think it's good in the sense that it's a resolution that in many ways is an easy fix where no one really gets hurt. Mm-hmm. So it's not harming nobody just to not show something. And not saying you can't do it. We're not taking a stance. We just not showing it and just trying to move on. So I like resolutions like that, honestly.
Okay.
Did we lose Al? Am I tripping or am I hearing music?
I don't know. I think I might have his theme music in the background, but I think we lost him. I don't know. I think the best thing to come out of this is I think this may be
on
the
a
first
win, and some people are kind of.
Wow, he was still talking all that time.
Yeah, he was, I guess. But I think the best thing to come out of this is that this might be the first step in them just not playing the national anthem and having flyovers and big 100-yard flags across the field for every game anyway. So this is the first step towards that. I'm all with it because 1/3 of the fans are grabbing beer, another third is peeing while the national anthem's playing, but everybody's in an uproar about somebody kneeling. So I'll take it.
I'll take it too, Jay.
Right.
Oh yeah.
True indeed.
So yeah, I don't know, but kudos to you, ESPN, for actually taking a stance, though, for not trying to please everybody. So, something the NFL can't seem to do. Whether you agree with it or not.
That's why I respected it. I respected it because that decision takes some moxie. That takes some balls. Like, no, we're just not going to show it. Yeah, we're just not going to show it.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, and it takes balls, like, you flipping off both. Like, you just telling everybody, like, look, we're just not going to show it. Like, you want to kneel? Fine. Ain't nobody going to see you kneeling. And if you want to, if you want to, be a fake patriot while you sit on your couch and drink beer while you complain about somebody else kneeling, fine. We just won't show it. But all y'all can get a dick. We don't care. That's basically what ESPN is doing. So, yeah.
Yeah, we ESPN. Live without us.
Exactly. We got these equal opportunity fuck yous. Really. So, yeah, man. So, I don't know. But last news tidbit before we dig into some listener questions. So, a few of our listeners said we got to make sure we talk about this. So, let's have at it, man. Florida, man. How come all the crazy stories begin with Florida, man? Like this is always
really
the beginning of it's like what's going on in Florida anyway? Florida man, Dr. Jeffrey Epstein.
Heat, man. It's too hot down there.
Is that what it is? I thought it was the gator meat. I didn't know what it was. But Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, or Epstein, however you pronounce it, I think it's Epstein, and from Florida, was arrested in the Florida airport for causing a chaos, creating ruckus, and wreaking havoc all up in the airport. It said he did it on purpose so he could prove a point as to why black people shouldn't trust the police. As you can guess, right. Jeffrey Epstein is a white dude who decided to, and who's a self-proclaimed staunch conservative Republican, who decided to take a stance to prove that the police are so bad he's gonna make everybody understand why black folks can't trust the police, right? So he's causing a havoc, decides not to stop, decides to resist the cops when they come. Of course, as I mentioned, he's a white dude, so he didn't get shot, didn't get tased, none of that. They, just grabbed him, wrestled him down, 3 cops. I think he's still, throwing a tantrum, all up in a tizzy. And in the midst of all this, he says, "Oh, you treat me like a fucking black person." Like, that was hilarious. That, like, he took this moment to create the scene where he gets arrested and says the cops are treating him like a black person. So, of course, we all understand the hilariousness of all this. Gerald, is Mr. Epstein brilliant or only in his mind?
Man. Yo, I didn't know whether to be mad. I didn't know whether to be pissed off. I didn't know whether to be. I didn't even know how to feel. Because this spoke a couple of things to me. This spoke to me from a couple of places. One, it because us in the black community, we know how it is to. We know that fear of dealing with the police is a real fear. And that's if you are or if you have never ever committed a crime in your life, we still know that fear. That fear is real to us. And I try to explain this to people all the time. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just driving. But I get pulled over by the cops. I'm fucking mortified. Yo, I'm like, I just hope you let me go home and see my family. I see cops and I freak all the way out. Just because that fear is real. I never know if the cop is going to decide to be a jerk today. If he, you just never know. So I didn't know whether to be offended or I didn't know whether to be like, even though you pulled this stunt, you are in no way at all understands that fear. You can't relate on your worst day. You can't relate to how it feels to have that type of fear for someone that's supposed to be protecting you. It's just so. I'm kind of back and forth on this one, fellas, on just the way that I'm trying to process this, just because to make I could see it from the standpoint of him making a mockery of our plight, but that also lets me know that what we've been saying and white folks know that because you hear a lot of people try to deny that, or they go about it like it doesn't exist, like police brutality against minorities is not a real thing, So that kind of lets me know that they know, people know, and they just they'll go about their lives choosing to ignore it because it doesn't affect them.
Yeah, absolutely. Al, what do you think about Dr. Epstein? What do you think about his actions?
I think, I was kind of going back and forth as well. Like, how the hell do you react to that, right? Mm-hmm. And I wasn't I think where I'm at is a couple of things. One, uncles. I'm one of his favorite nephews. And he has these sayings, and one of them is, keep on having birthdays, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, in the spirit of keep on having birthdays, I have got to a place that America, our vocabulary, being treated like a black person is like an adjective now, right? We have really got to the point where people can use that, and when they say it, it means something. So, it'd be one thing if I said, you treating me like a balloon, people would be like, what the fuck does that mean? But when he said, treat me like a fucking black person, to Gerald's point, people know what the fuck that means. And it's because the way we get treated. So it's real. So this idea that motherfuckers just making this shit up is bullshit. People know we go through, it's a very different experience. And it's not a privileged experience living in this country. The other thing that I think is that, in that same idea, is that instead of it being fun, like this man might have tried to be, they really need to be shamed. And it's a shameful moment to know that
there are people in this country who are being treated that way because of color of their skin. So that's the other thing. And I think the last thing I think about is one of the comedians, it might have been Chris Rock. One of the comedians said, you know, if you don't think black is that bad, like how many white folks here would
trade places with me?
Trade places with me. And I'm
rich
as fuck, right?
And I'm rich.
Right. How many of y'all would trade places with me? None of y'all. So this idea that somebody is treating you like a fucking black person, Mr. White Man, no, they weren't. You know what I mean? So, like, even if you were being harassed at that given moment, you have no idea what it's like to be treated like a fucking black person. So, for you to even think that this shit is, like, something to joke about, like Gerald talks about being terrified, the idea that you would joke about this type of terror that's being committed on some of your fellow citizens shows that you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. Like, because Al, to be honest, he was never in any actual fear of his life. Like the worst thing that was gonna happen to him is he was gonna get the cuffs slapped on him and have to spend maybe the night in jail. We all know any altercation with the cops could end up with not one, not two, but 37, 38, 39, 42 bullets. Empty the clip, 2-3 cops reload, empty the clip again. Like, oh, I was scared for my life. So yeah, I had to get him. I had to reload. You know, no, man. At no point at all was he ever in the fear of even being tased or even having the baton pulled out on him. He was never in any fear of any of that.
Yeah. Like, here's my thing, right? For one, like, he must have got up and had a whole bowl. He had all the privilege that day, right? Like, he got up and ate all the privilege. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come up with this scheme. Like, white folks, like, just so you understand, all of our white folks listening, like, just so you understand, like that, when you say, and when I say you, I don't mean all, of course, but I know I've spoken to white people that say white privilege doesn't exist. That is the epitome of white privilege. If you think it doesn't exist,
facts.
Watch that. I don't have the privilege to go into an airport and say, I'm going to fuck with the police today in the airport and make jest of their jobs while they're tackling me for coming up with this scheme and saying you treat me like a black person. I don't have that privilege. No black dude I know has that privilege. Only white folks have that privilege. That scene would look a whole lot different if Dr. Jeffrey Epstein was Dr. Tyrone Jackson and he decided to go into that airport and
we
cause some
kind of we would find out his intent.
Yes, we would. His cousins would have been telling us, man, he was just joking. He was coming up with, like, he wouldn't have been able to tell this story. So that, my friends, is privilege. So he ate a whole bowl of privilege with his Wheaties that morning. Secondly,
he ate the whole box of privilege.
Man,
he ate the whole box of privilege.
He was like rained, and he took a bath and lotioned down in privilege that day, right? Now, on the flip side,
Mr. Stevens is on the phone. Just FYI, he is on the show.
No more
hookers.
No more hookers and cocaine for you, Mr. Stevens, I guess.
Nah, they apparently have cleared off the bus.
Yo, stop, man.
The show is.
That's what he likes to do, though.
Thomas Stevens, ladies and gentlemen.
He liked to sneak on the show, not saying nothing for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then get us later.
Yeah, he'll call us out on it. Hey, man, around the 20-minute mark. Like, 20 minutes? You wasn't even here. Yes, I was. You didn't even know. Like, what?
Nah, I sent him a message 25 minutes ago. But it was a lot of carrying on in the background.
Well.
But, I didn't want to bring that to the listeners.
All right. Well, Good to have you, sir. But yeah, man,
welcome, friend.
like I was saying, like Al and I have a cousin, right? Who, at one point in time, she had a boyfriend going through a messy breakup. She went into his house and stole all his left shoes, right? Stole all his left shoes, and at the time, like when I'm hearing about this, I'm thinking about that's fucking brilliant. Like, who thinks of that?
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, if only you can use your powers for good. I say the same thing about Jeffrey Epstein, right? Like, that's fucking brilliant if that was your idea to say, look, I'm going to bring light to what black folks have to go through. But you just did it all wrong, man. And if you can only use your powers for good, maybe you could have accomplished something. Now all you've really done is make yourself look like Al said, a fucking asshole. And you're not really touching anyone, because now white folks laughing at you and black folks pissed off and laughing at you. So you didn't accomplish anything but get yourself arrested and a few bruises on your body. Didn't accomplish anything. If only people that like that could use his powers for good. And he didn't. He totally shit the bed on this one.
Yes, he did, sir. Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah. So, Thomas Stevens, you had any thoughts on Jeffrey Epstein?
Nah, man, just a douchebag. I mean, when I first viewed it, I instantly thought he was making a mockery of us. And I mean, even if he was attempting to show light and highlight, you know, how we've been treated, we don't need that. You know, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
So I instantly, I was like, man, look at this jerk. You know, and he, when he was saying, you treat me like a black person, he would totally sound like a character, like a movie character.
Yeah.
So, you know, I
sound
just
like Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah.
I'm like, you treat me like a black person. Shane, you treat me like a black. Like,
right.
Exactly
So,
like you had a cigar hanging out the side of his mouth.
Right. So, I mean, like you guys say, no one, you know, he didn't think he was in, you know, immediate danger. He just, it was a skit to him, you know. At the least, you know, it was
because
a skit
he knew
for him.
there was never any way that he was in danger. He knew he was never really in danger. He can afford to do that.
You know, exactly. So that's how I feel about it. I didn't even go in depth as you guys, but he douchebag, man. He was making a mockery of us.
Well, pretty much.
I mean, and
douchebag,
and honestly,
asshole, and idiot. Pretty much.
Honestly, and I know there's a small comparison because the regular cops that, you know, that deal with the general public in general are not the cops that are dealing with these situations. But you kind of know that when you see these mass shooters and you know, whenever they're apprehended by the police. Now, granted, it's usually the tactical team, and they don't just shoot people for no reason. So, I'll give that caveat. But they always bring these dudes in alive.
Oh man, yeah,
Always.
You know, they always bring those dudes in alive. So I said that to say, yeah, he knew he was in no danger because these dudes can go out and shoot 14, 15 people and be apprehended alive. Yeah. You know, have all kind of guns.
Yeah, but tactical teams always find a way to shoot us. Always do, or send a drone in after us and kill us with a drone and figure that shit out later. Like, they don't take us alive. Like, tactical teams don't even take us alive. So, yeah.
Well, we don't really be doing that where the TAC team got to come get us.
Well, no, that's not. We don't do the same stuff, but it takes less for us to receive the treatment of the tactical team than it does everyone else. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know, yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, like, we throw rocks at a police car and they send the TAC team after us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, oh, yeah, you know, like, they gotta, like, they like, you know, like, white dude
Was
got
that a missile?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know he got an arm, man. He's a pitch for Southside High. But, you know, like, yeah, so that's like the equivalent in their eyes. Like throwing rocks at a police car for us and shooting 14 people to them is like, let's send a tag team after. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know, man. This is crazy. But again, like we all said, everybody knows that shit exists. You don't have to like make up skits and then deny it when somebody approaches you. Because I guarantee you there was some point in time over the last, year or so, Jeffrey Epstein has had this conversation and he's said to some black person, police brutality don't exist. That's something that y'all make up. Why are these NFL players kneeling in the first place? They don't even know why. I'm guarantee you he said that shit before. So, make up your mind. So, I don't know. Damn, man. Didn't we say we was going to come up with some lighter topics? This is supposed to be fun. I'm pissed off again with these listening questions. Sorry, Jeffrey. Oh, come on, man. I hope not. I just realized this. From Jeffrey in Lakeland, Florida, our first listener question. Please hope it ain't Jeffrey Epstein. Sorry, Jeffrey. Spelled the same. Yeah. Well, for this case, Dr. Jeffrey Dr. Jeffrey. We won't say your last name on air, Jeffrey, but we'll just call you Dr. Jeffrey from Lakeland, Florida. Al, you first. It's a real fun question here. If the NFL had a former or current player or coach as the logo, like the NBA, who would it be?
Actually, after I thought about it for a second, it was real clear in terms of who my answer would be. And it would be Walter Payton doing a stiff arm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. That would be my vote. Right. Walter Payton, stiff arming somebody, or hurdling somebody, something. But probably stiff arming somebody as he's running. That would be my vote.
All right. So you either like got very lucky, or Thomas Stevens left his notebook laying around your office, because I got a feeling Thomas Stevens might have. Who would be the logo in the NBA, in the NFL?
Walter's beloved by me, but I guess I'll switch gears. I'll go Barry Sanders. As in giving that gesture of handing the ball back to the ref. That I've been here before, and whatever. The gesture he has. So I'll go Barry Sanders.
Okay. All right, Gerald. What about you?
This guy's revered, man, and so I just would have to say, everything you did for the game, Timunga Biaka Batuka, baby. Give me BI, baby, on the logo.
Oh, man. And immediately the NFL would have to change their initials to WHO.
What would the WHO stand for?
It was just
like who? Actually who?
Yeah, exactly.
True.
No acronym
like,
needed.
Who? Yeah.
Like, no acronyms needed.
It would be like a picture of him fumbling or something. Like who knows? Nah, man, I'm gonna find a way to plug Tim every week.
Oh man.
Nah, seriously. I gotta agree with Al, man. It would have to be Walter, man. Walter, it would have to be Walter Payton to me. Just because, I feel like the logo guy kind of has to have some history with him. I wouldn't want it to be any of these like really modern guys. So Bear, I will go, because I like, Barry's probably my favorite player of all time, but You know, I would say Walter, man. Well, let me go with Walter.
All right. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Yeah, Walter popped in my head. There's a bunch of people popped in my head, like Vince Lombardi, but he already got the Super Bowl trophy, so I don't want to go there. Of course, I want my favorite player of all time. I thought about Lawrence Taylor doing the slap down to get somebody, the strip sack, the originator of that, but not many people will recognize it. So what I went with was Jim Brown. Jim Brown, pretty much the same thing, doing a stiff arm. Again, a guy with a lot of history, one of the original faces of the NFL after the merger. So, yeah. So, but I don't think you can go wrong with any of those guys. Johnny Unitas also popped in my head, but screw Johnny when I got Jim. Yeah.
All of us named backs. That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for that, I think they're so recognizable. I think if you put up silhouettes of Jim Brown, Walter Payton, and Barry Sanders, most knowledgeable football fans will be able to tell you who that is. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to you put Jack Lambert, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you who that is. Not most people. You know what I'm saying? Unless your silhouette has missing teeth. So, but yeah, maybe some quarterbacks, but a lot of quarterbacks look the same in a silhouette. So,
right.
But yeah, interesting. All right. Well, thank you, Jeffrey. That was a fun question to break up all the
good
tension
question.
from your brother, your Florida brother, Jeffrey. Thanks, Jeffrey. Next listener question. Thomas, you first. Who would you take at the age of 22 years old if you were starting an NBA team? Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, or Tracy McGrady? Hell of a question, Trent from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I can't decide.
Great
I'm the
question.
host. I'm the host on this question. I don't have an answer. I'm leaving the answers to y'all. Thomas, what do you think?
Man, that was a tough one as well. I mean, all of those guys are just ultra talented. But of course, I'm going Derrick Rose. I don't know any of them that won the MVP, at 22 years old. Well, he won it at 23, but it was his 22-year-old season. No, he was 22 during the season. So I have to say Derrick Rose.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't think you go wrong with any of these questions.
No way.
Yeah.
No
Al,
way.
what about you? Who you taking? You breaking up. Gerald, you go.
At that age,
okay.
22. But I just like the eyes and the way he brought it to the game. And I'm going with Iverson. I just like the way he brought it on and off the court.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, but before I attack, I go ahead. Go ahead, Gerald. I'll do it before.
Yo. Well,
no, not attack. I didn't mean attack. I didn't mean it like that.
I was gonna say, well, I guess you attacking us both because I'm taking a 22-year-old AI. Oh my goodness, man! And I took the question as the taking them don't stop at 22. I took it as for 22 and beyond. So while I really love Tracy McGrady, he didn't give me that for his whole career. He didn't, he had some injuries and things like that. So, but for me, it was a toss up between McGrady and AI, and I ultimately chose AI, man, just because, those other guys will at least McGrady 6'8", 6'9", D Wade 6'3", 6'4", D Rose 6'3", 6'4".
D Rose 6'1", man. Go ahead though.
Man. All right, well, I'll give D Rose. AI like 5'8". AI like
6'1", man.
Man, stop it, man. You know good and well that kid never saw 6 feet tall.
That kid like Randy. Oh, you don't know Randy Clark, so I'm not even gonna go there. But anyway, let me. Hey, all of those are good. All of those are great. But I didn't know we were talking about a career. We said at 22, but I mean AI was spectacular. But I don't know. I don't know if any one of those guys was better than Derrick Rose at 22. At 22, he was in the conversation as the best player in the game. You definitely give kudos to Bron, but he was in the conversation as the best player in the game. He won the MVP. Like, wow. Derrick Rose. I'm Derrick Rose.
Yeah, I mean, again, I ain't got an answer. I'm on the fence all the way on this one, but I mean, they all got their strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
Yeah.
Mac wasn't Mac at 22 though, was he?
Huh?
Nah, he wasn't Mac yet. He wasn't Mac yet.
He
was.
That's when he first left to go to Orlando.
So he was becoming 22 at that point. He was turned 22. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was actually his second year in Orlando. He He came into the league as an 18-year-old.
18, yeah.
He came right out of high school.
Yeah, he came a year before Vince, and that always kills me because I always think Vince got to Toronto before him, but he got there a year before Vince.
He did.
Yeah, and he went to Orlando when he was 21. So yeah.
Okay. So that would have been like 2001 or something like that.
Yeah, same year because they signed him and Grant Hill the same year.
Oh wow!
Okay,
wow.
Grant Hill got hurt. Yeah,
that ankle.
Because I wasn't thinking he was T Mac until like 03 somewhere around there,
like 24.
like when you really like you couldn't even you couldn't do anything with T Mac by the time that kid was like 24 years old. Oh my God!
He definitely got better. Yeah, he was a problem though. Jesus. And even D Wade, man, at 20, like
D Wade.
I think that's the like the part with D Wade where he's got to one up is D Wade was that was when he won the championship at that year.
Didn't he win the ship that year? His 22nd year. I think that's when he won his first ship.
He did.
No, man, he wasn't a rookie, right? D Wade was like 22 when we came to the league.
Was that 22 or 23? He won it his second year in the league.
Yeah. I think
that's what I said. I
he was
think
24. Because he did all 4 years, right? Or he came out as a junior?
No.
He went all 4 years.
At Marquette? No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was singing. Yeah.
Because we coveted him. The Bulls coveted him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was a senior. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna confirm that later.
True.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, all good answers. Damn, hell of a question, Trent.
Great question.
Yeah, so good. I don't even want to answer it. So yeah, very good question. All right. I got a feeling we're gonna jump into some NFL. We're gonna preview this NFL season, get your answers really quickly, run through this season. Got a feeling that Keyonne Small decided not to join the show and say, "Fuck it, I'm going to the dentist, get my mouth tore up." Talking about the NFL.
He said they took his gums out or something, man.
Yeah. Nah, I'm right here.
My dude. I was gonna say that. That sound like.
That sound like Keyonne laugh. I don't know.
I'm right here.
Oh man, you all right, man?
Yeah, I'm better now. I'm a little better.
I can understand what you're saying at least.
Hey, y'all didn't hear what I said though, did you?
I heard
What?
I said he said they took his gums out. Didn't they?
You had a gum transplant.
one of them things you go in for a cleaning and come out $1,300 light in the pocket.
Wow. Wow.
So I'm hurting both ways.
Wow.
Hopefully, insurance got most of that.
Really?
And then I find out my insurance got I don't have insurance.
Man, get out of here.
Yeah.
What
So
why
it's
like
been a wonderful
that?
day, fella.
Wow.
We have what you call active enrollment. You ever heard of that?
Of course. Yeah.
I never heard of that. So now I know what it means.
Oh wow. Wow.
What's that mean? You didn't enroll? That was
That every year they
You have
unenroll
to.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to re-enroll.
You have to re-enroll.
Right.
So I ain't had no insurance since last year.
Wow.
Your
Wow.
HR department.
They normally
sucks.
send emails. Yeah, they normally send emails and all this and all
have
that.
meetings and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, the person come out to your
man.
job like,
Paying
hey.
attention to that shit, man.
So it's you.
Come on. Now. So yeah,
So
it's your fault.
Yeah.
Spirit from the white man.
You up at the doctor's in the dentist's office, like, y'all treat me like a black person, man.
Hey, I was just about to say that.
Nah, it's a black dentist. I found me a black dentist.
I'm not even going to this benefit.
Oh,
Damn benefits.
yeah, that's
Right.
exactly.
No benefits.
You know, I'm gonna work on this trivia. Fuck this meeting.
I ain't trying to be privileged.
Oh man.
Boy, yo, wow.
Oh,
You wild for that.
well, yeah.
Hey, Keith, remember we was arguing about what Obama did for black folk? He at least gave them health benefits.
He did do that. Wow.
He did do that. You was protesting Obama, and you didn't want to accept his benefits. That's what happened.
I think I deserve all this cruel treatment tonight, so I'm not even going to respond.
Well, yeah,
Hey, Key, you got fits, man. You got fits. You got benefits.
Oh man. Wow.
Well, come October, I'm gonna enroll in healthcare, and
Yes.
I got
Please
the
do.
healthcare. I just don't have dental insurance
Oh, you had to redo the dental plus or whatever.
every year.
Yeah, so they yeah. But my joint don't drop you though.
But
My
mine's
insurance
dropped.
don't drop you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some
Or
different.
if you don't re-sign up, they gonna drop you.
Yeah, well,
Nah,
please do
they
that.
rock
I
with
ain't
me.
never heard of no shit like that.
Yeah,
You gotta enroll, kid.
No, you
got
have to do
screwed.
vision.
Yeah.
My job, you got to do vision, but dental plus will keep you. But you'll have to keep re-enrolling for the vision plus,
True. Well,
which
you
I got jerked. Yeah, I got
you
jerked like
definitely
that too.
You definitely got screwed. I would ask you if they kissed you before they fucked you, but you ain't got no teeth, so I know they didn't.
I'm like the step before not having teeth. They ain't gotta get into all that, but I still got my
Yeah.
tooth. But it's the step before they take it out, like on the
Oh,
last stage.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, you just in time, ironically, to talk about some NFL.
NFL.
Yeah.
Right on time, Key.
Well, I'll go back
Right
on
on time.
All right. So we'll just run through these. Really quick answers. We ain't got to go in depth. We only got 3 hours. You know how we get talking about the NFL. But first off, we'll start with some division winners. Al, you first. AFC North. Who you got winning the AFC North?
I'm going with the Steelers, Sean. Dude, it was, I just looked at division. It's just nobody else, I think, got a shot. And y'all bringing enough firepower back. I'm going with the Steelers.
Smart man. All right. Thomas Stevens, who you got winning the AFC North?
Man, I'm going with Cleveland, man. Don't be mad at me. I think, man. Put it like this. You know what? I think you guys are gonna win it, but I think they're gonna be right there at the doorstep, maybe a game back. Like I think your division is gonna get 2. So I think those guys are gonna get in, man. So you know what? I'll say you, but Cleveland is gonna be there. Cleveland's gonna be there.
Oh, okay. So you got the Browns like in a wild card.
Yeah. But I only think you guys are gonna have them by a game, though. You know.
I mean, it's got to happen eventually. Cleveland's got to be good at some point. So
Right. I concur.
all right. Well, apparently, you ain't the only one thinks that way. Like Cleveland is, of all the bets in Vegas to win the AFC North, Cleveland has more bets to win the division than all the other teams combined. So
Wow,
crazy.
That's what Kool-Aid.
Nah, that's just what Hard Knocks do.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Too many people watching Hard Knocks.
Everybody every year, man. The team that does hard. That's why Cleveland was my dark horse pick to go to the playoffs, but now they got Hard Knocks, and man, the last 3 or 4 years, the team that does Hard Knocks, woo, boy, their seasons be horrible.
Gerald, who you got winning the AFC North?
I got the one of the most fun offenses to watch in the NFL is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got weapons on top of weapons, and for that reason, I'm picking the Steelers.
All right, Keyonne, who you got?
I ain't gonna try to be smarter than everybody. It's the Steelers.
Yeah. I mean, I would say y'all. I would say y'all are smart. I mean, which you are, but we don't have the strongest division in the NFL, so yeah, I agree. Thomas, AFC East. Who you got winning the AFC East? Like, this is a hard one as well.
AFC East. Man, that's tough, man. But
Is it?
that's tough, man. Oh man.
Dang, I
AFC
thought you were just joking.
Yeah.
You know who played the AFC?
That's what I was about to say.
Those.
Hey, I don't know if who being sarcastic, but I think Brady's due, in my opinion.
But who's going to take it though?
They're
Who's
gonna,
going to take it?
like, they're gonna clean everybody out, man.
Man, they're gonna clean them teams' clocks.
Them kids might win 14 games, man.
Yeah.
Every year
New
they
England.
say
New England's the team to beat, man.
Yeah, everybody say
Oh, yeah.
Patriots. Keyonne, you going Jets, Dolphins, or Bills?
If Tyrod Taylor was still on the Bills, maybe. But I'll say Patriots too. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't win it. I wouldn't be shocked.
I would be completely shocked. I would be flabbergasted. I wouldn't even know what to think.
I expect some fall off. But I really, as I looked at the other three, I couldn't see anybody else stepping in there this year.
Nah, no one's gonna.
I do expect
Come
a
on,
drop.
man. You think Brady about to lose the 2 rookie quarterbacks and whoever Gus Farrat in my head?
I'm saying injury or just like a comeback to earth moment. I'm really, I think he's due. He's due.
True. I feel you.
I mean, I agree with you that he's due, but he's been due for 5 years. Like, the man 41 years old.
I ain't even saying for 5 years.
I'm saying
this year and last year.
Like, and that's what, even last year. That's what, like,
Yeah.
Tom. But that's what I'm saying. He was like the best quarterback in the league last year. But I just put Brady in that category now of he is until he isn't.
All right.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Like, it's just like, I know it's going to happen eventually, but I just can't tell you when. Not beforehand. Now I look back on it and be like, see, I told you so. But I ain't gonna tell you beforehand. So, all right. Yeah, Pooh, you scared me for a minute. All right.
Nah.
All right. AFC South. Gerald, who you got?
Man, I'm taking the Texans, man. Although I think Tennessee, I really like Tennessee. I like I said, Mariota got those guys into the playoffs last year, and I think he's gonna do it again this year. But I'm just gonna have to say, man, that's another one of my favorite offenses to watch when they got that kid playing. So give me Watson and them Texans, man.
Okay. All right. Keyonne, who you got? AFC South.
Yeah, I have to ask a question. What is this I'm hearing? Is this Bridgewater thing to Jaguars? That's real?
That's real. That's real.
Yeah. Yo,
I mean, it ain't happened yet, but that is a good possibility.
It is. And Teddy has looked like Teddy.
Like I said, he would. Right?
Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah, and that's what I think. If I was the Jets, I wouldn't even get rid of him. Like, why?
Yeah. I wouldn't either, because Darnold still might be trash. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah. All right, go ahead.
I would say the That's gonna be a fun division. The Jaguars, though. I'll say the Jaguars just to piss Pooh off.
All right. Well, on that note, Thomas Stevens, who you got in the AFC South?
I mean, I was really tussling, and I was thinking the Jags as well, but man, everyone's coming back for the Texans. You got Joe Bob, the cheerleaders, the custodian. I mean, everyone's coming back. The D's together, the band's together. They got the lead singer. The Texans. I think the Texans loaded, man, all up and down the field. So, I mean, the Jags are nice defensively. They have a great run game. The only deficiency is you just don't know what Blake's going to do. But the Texans, they're very, very well rounded, and their running game is kind of suspect. The last year or two. But I'm gonna go Texans.
Okay. Who you got? AFC South.
I'm assuming Teddy gets to Jacksonville and the Jets do trade him for draft picks or a pass rusher. I'm going with Jacksonville. So that's my pick, the Jags, because I believe that trade's going to happen.
Yeah. Wouldn't shock me. And it wouldn't shock me, like you said, if it's for a pass rusher. If it's for Dante Fowler, it wouldn't shock me at all.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't happen, are you sticking with the Jags?
Oh, no. If he's not on there, I'm going with the Texans.
Okay. Man, Blake. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Al, you double up. Lastly, AFC West. Who you got?
The West, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Okay.
I'm a Pat Mahomes dude. Like I like what I see. I liked what I saw last year. So yeah, I think big things will happen coming out of Kansas City this year.
Okay. All right. Thomas, who you got? AFC West.
I'm going with the Los Angeles Chargers, man.
Yeah.
I think their offense is pretty high powered. I know they took a few blows on D, but I think they'll be able to overcome it. I think Pat. I think he's going to be a pretty good quarterback, maybe even a great quarterback. But I just can't turn the division over to a first year starter at quarterback.
All right, Keyonne, who you got? AFC West.
I say. That's tough. Give me Broncos. Give me Broncos.
All right. It's a tough
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't even know why.
Hey, Gerald, who you got in the West?
And Case Keenum out there in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that their quarterback? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love their defense too.
I like Gruden being in Oakland, but I just don't think they have enough on D to make any noise just yet. But man, I'm telling you, I've long thought that the only thing Denver needed was a quarterback. Like they still kind of have that blueprint of the team that won that Super Bowl, 2 or 3 years ago. So, I think it's going to be a competitive division. But I agree with Pooh. I can't give it to Case. I can't give it to KC off that first year quarterback just yet. And the Chargers always find a way to lose games they shouldn't lose. I mean, they always find ways to lose games they shouldn't lose, and then they make it interesting at the end of the last 6 games of the season. So the Chargers may very well be 4-6, and then end up winning out or something. But that's how they do. So being the injuries that they've suffered in camp, I'm gonna say I think the safe pick is Denver, man. I like Case Keenum, man.
Can I ask a question? How does Bradley Chubb look so far?
As advertised.
Okay.
Yeah, as advertised.
Yeah. All right. So that will for the AFC. Starting with the NFC, Keyonne, NFC North. Who you got?
Gotta be Vikings.
Okay. All right.
Without a question.
All right. Al, who you got? NFC North.
I like the Vikings as well. I like their defense. Dalvin Cook should be back. So I like the Vikings.
All right. Gerald, who you got? NFC North.
I'm going Green Bay, man. I'm going Green Bay. I think I like the Vikings, but I've long said this, that D is special, but it's special at home. It's beatable on the road.
Okay.
They get in that dome and they running around like gangbusters. But they're susceptible. You can get them on the road. You can get them at your place. So and Aaron Rodgers is back, man. He's got Jimmy Graham. I'm taking Green Bay, man. I think Green Bay can get the job done this year. Although I do really like Minnesota, I'm just not. I don't. Kirk Cousins has to show me, as much as I like Kirk Cousins, he has to show me that he can get the job done in Minnesota before I just give them the favor.
Okay. All right. Thomas Stevens, you're last on purpose. Who you got winning the NFC North?
I have the Chicago Bears, and then I drop the microphone. I have nothing else to say. Yeah.
All right. No explanation needed, sir. All right. NFC East, Keyonne Small. What you got?
That one, I don't see why the Cowboys are either Cowboys or the Giants. I'll go with the Cowboys. I don't see why they should fall off.
Okay.
But I think the Giants are going to be right there. I think it's going to come out. Oh, fuck. My bad. I forgot about that. I totally forgot about Philadelphia.
I was about to say. All right.
It's going to come down to the last week of the year, I think. And, shit, man. That's tough. I'm going to say Cowboys.
Okay. All right. Tom Stevens, who you got? NFC East. Hookers and cocaine's came back, huh? All right. Gerald Hedrick.
No, my bad.
You dropped the mic for good.
Hey, I was talking away. I was muted up. But everything in me wants to say, I want to say the Giants with everything in me. But man, I think Zeke rushed for 2,000 this year, man. I'm close to it. So I'm gonna give it to the Cowboys.
Why not the Eagles?
I like the Eagles. I think the Eagles are. I think they're gonna be, pretty good again this year. But I don't think they're gonna be as special as they were last year. And I like, even though the Cowboy passing game may have deficiencies, I think that I don't think I gave that enough credit as I should. And I know preseason is just preseason, but I just think I slept on him. To me it seems like he's going to be able to do more. With less. No, I think that is going to be able to do more with less. So and I'm giving them the nod. Like I said, I think Zeke goes about 2,000, man, and I think that's going to be able to move the chains and make plays.
All right, Gerald, who you got? NFC East.
Man, last year I kept waiting. I kept waiting for Philly to come back to earth. I couldn't. Even as they were winning the Super Bowl, I was like, this team is not that good. I'm not a believer in Philly, man. I'm not. the game against us came down to the last drive. The Falcons game was and of course it's the league, so everybody's beatable. But I really think they could have gotten exposed, and teams just didn't take advantage. I'm willing to call them Cinderella from last year. So, but I still think they're going to be a very good team. But I'm like Thomas, I don't think they're going to recapture that magic again. I think what happened last year was magical. And so I'm not going with them, man. I think a surprise pick, man. I think I'm gonna say it's tough, man. I think the Giants gonna bring it home this year.
Okay. All right. Again, on purpose, Alvin Glymph. Who you got taking the NFC East?
Well, Washington is looking. They just added Adrian Peterson. So you got to take them into consideration. The
Keyonne,
Giants got Saquon Barkley, so they might be strong. Hurt. Man, please, I'm going with the Cowboys, man. Zeke is back. I think our defense is going to be much stronger, and I think we're going to surprise people with our pass rush. We're going to surprise people with our young secondary. And Jalen Smith, I'm going to mention him a little later as we get into our picks of the year. But that dude is going to be the face of our defense going forward. And
if that secondary is any good, you damn really to be a surprise.
So just hey, write it down, because I'm telling you, our secondary is going to be, and that's even without Earl Thomas if he ever makes it to the squad. I think we're going to be better on defense, and to Pooh's point about doing more with less, I think he really talking about our wide receivers, because we don't have that name in Dez. And still a big Jets fan. I miss throwing up the X, but I think we got good beat wide receivers. We ain't got that A guy. At least ain't seen him yet. But that rookie Gallup is strong. So like what I see, and I'm going with the boys. And I think we're gonna have it by I think we're gonna run with it. I think by week 15, it's on lock. So not done, but we ain't going into the last week. By week 15, the division is ours.
Okay.
Don't the NFC East always come down to the last week?
Yep.
Yeah, but fuck that.
Not this year.
Not this year.
Not this year. We're coming back with them.
True. True.
All right. Tom Stevens, NFC South. Who you got?
NFC South. That's it's the Panthers division, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's my bad.
That's Tuca's division.
My bad. That's the Falcons division.
The Falcons or the Panthers division? Who was
yeah, my bad. So
just piss everybody off. It's the Saints division.
Right. With that being said, I'm gonna go with the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna go with the New Orleans Saints.
Right. Al, who you got in the NFC South?
I got the Saints. I think Kamara's gonna have a really, really good season. And yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in the Falcons.
Okay. All right. Paging Gerald, Hedrick, and Keyonne Small, if y'all will meet me in the conference room of our downtown Nebraska office with your boxing gloves, please. Gerald, who you got winning the NFC South?
Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's go, Cats. First of all, it's time for us to reclaim our division from back to back division titles. We let it go last year, but it's time to jump back on. Cam Newton's gonna have an MVP caliber season. Noah Turner got him cooking, and that D you already know. Like it's man, we bringing it home.
Okay, all right. Keyonne, who you got in your NFC South?
I'm not gonna beat on my chest. I can't even talk right now. Beat on my chest and beat the gorilla and all that. I'm gonna go with the Saints too, man. We talked about magical a couple teams ago. We talked about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. I think the Falcons going to the Super Bowl was the magical year, and I think that magic. I just don't see it again. But Saints should have won it last year. They should have won the division, or did they win? I don't even remember. It's like
the Saints won the division last year.
Won the division last year. I think they're gonna win it again. I think they should have been better. Hell, didn't they? They lost the game. They lost to the Vikings like on the last play. Like yeah. It seems like it was years ago. But the Saints are studs. Like they didn't lose anything. They're the same team. So I think the Saints are gonna win. I think they're gonna win it easy. This is gonna be probably like a week 12 kind of thing. Saints already lock it up in my opinion.
What? They won against us in the very last week of the season. What do you mean?
Yes, and I think they're bringing everybody back. I think the Panthers are gonna be better too with like McCaffrey. They're gonna be better, but I think the Saints are gonna wrap it up, man. I really do.
By week 12.
By week 12, yeah.
Man, you talking? All right, let's.
I think Cam's best days are behind him, man. You see it?
What?
Yeah.
He couldn't even fight Kelvin Benjamin, man.
Them days of Cam putting the team on his back and just carrying it, I think them days is done, bro.
Alright, that's what it is.
He's hot.
I don't even know how to respond to such.
We saw it last year. It was like every other week. You didn't know who was coming to play. It wasn't the same every other week, bro.
Man, didn't you just hear me say the Saints went 12-4. We went 11-5. The game that we played decided the division.
Yeah, it wasn't because of Cam. It was like Cam played the MVP season. Cam was every other week last year. I do remember that. he was losing them games last year.
All right. Then we would have been 8-8 then.
Would have been 8-8 if what?
If it would have been every other week.
Yeah, it was like. Do I gotta pull stats on this guy?
Nah, I know Cam's stats. You don't gotta tell me Cam's stats. Just be fucking right. You ain't right.
Cam was not consistent last year. Like I've seen Cam. I give Cam all the praise in the world for being
man.
Change the position.
This is why I told y'all to come to the conference room. Y'all ain't messing with my office. Damn, man.
LJ, the crazy part? This is natural. I'm not making this. I'm really like arguing with this dude. I'm not like this is not like a fabricated argument. I'm a little messing up right now.
Cam's first 4 games was terrible, but remember, Cam didn't have he didn't have an off season. He didn't have a training camp. He didn't have a preseason.
And the sun was
like he didn't get in the game shape until week 5. But that's fine. What's the next question?
Oh man, as Gerald unclutches his pearls.
Well, I never.
Oh man, wow. Thomas Stevens.
Y'all know I don't let nobody talk about Cam.
Ignore the crazy people in the room.
You in for a long
feeling show.
Thomas Stevens, who you got taking the NFC West?
NFC West. Who do I have taking it? Oh man, I'm gonna go McVay and them boys. I'm going with the Rams, man.
Right. Okay. All right. Keyonne, who you got in the West?
That's got to go be Rams, 49ers. But shit, I don't know how you can't pick against the Rams. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you pick against the Rams.
All right. Al, who you got?
and with their additions on defense, they got the cornerbacks with Talib and the brother from the Chiefs,
Peters.
Yeah. So they got corners, Dominican Sue to go with Darnold whenever he comes back. So yeah, I'm going with the Rams.
They gonna get a bye week this year.
Yeah. Gerald, you making it a clean sweep for LA?
I'm going with the Rams, dog. They only got. In fact, if there's a team that actually scares me from how good they were last year, and they only got better, it's the Rams, man. Oh my God! Like, they made so many offseason moves. Like, I kind of feel like they stacked their team, man. You have Sue and Darnold on the same defensive line. That's not fair, man.
Yeah.
And don't they have Quinn too?
Nah, Quinn's in Miami. They traded him.
Oh! I was about to say, man. Yeah, that shit ain't fair. Well, whoever they got is good, because if they traded Quinn, he good too. But yeah, man, that ain't fair. What they can do, what they gonna be able to do to people.
Yeah. What you think about the Niners then? That with Shanahan now, he got him a quarterback.
I think the Niners gonna be a sexy pick, but they not gonna have enough for the Rams. And I don't want to disrespect Seattle either, because Russell Wilson's always able to get them boys to wins. But I think this is because I think they still won like 10 games, or I think they missed the playoffs. But it's still like he if he can just will those guys to one more win. And to me, he still doesn't have any prolific weapons. But Russell just always finds a way to get the job done. So I can't sleep on that championship pedigree that they have out there in Seattle. But I think it's going to be Rams, Seattle, and then the Niners.
Seattle, they don't have the horses any longer. Remember, they used to have the horses on D. And the D keep them in until Russell, bring them across the threshold. But the D's not the D any longer.
Nope,
it's not. And now we really finally gonna see how good of a coach Pete Carroll is.
Nah,
they're gonna win 3 games this year, bro.
They're gonna win how many?
They're gonna win 3 damn games this year.
Oh, nah, they'll win more than that, but they don't have the studs though. I give them 9 wins.
All right. Well, that wraps up our division winners. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back after this word from the Defy Life Podcast Network.
PSA for all listeners. My name is Alvin Glymph, and I'm one of the hosts of Public Sports Announcements, where we discuss, debate, and update our fans on the most relevant sports topics of the day. PSA is fun, young, and most importantly, we know our sports. Come listen to our episodes. They drop every Thursday, and you can listen to us on Go Defy Life and SoundCloud. You will be hearing more from us this Thursday.
And we're back. That was a quick word from Public Sports Announcement, PSA. Thanks a lot, Alvin Benjamin. We are back. We are moving on to some Super Bowl teams and winners, and then move on to some league awards. So let's wrap this thing out. Alvin Glymph, who you got winning? Who you got meeting in the Super Bowl, and who's your winner?
I got the Cowboys going against the Jags, and Cowboys being victorious.
All right, Keyonne Small. I noticed the chuckle. Why don't you give me your Super Bowl team?
I don't know what the hell he talking about half the time, man. Say some shit like that. I'm going to say the Rams, and I done talk bad about them. I'm about to say the Patriots. Rams and the Patriots.
It always comes back. You can't bet against them. Gerald, who you got in the Super Bowl and who you got winning it?
Man, hey, I got a rematch between the Panthers and the Patriots, man. And I think this is our year.
All right. Tom Stevens. Who are the Bears playing in the Super Bowl?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not on that much. Okay. No, I'm not on that much codeine as Gerald. But I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to say the Texans and the Rams. You know, I think the Texans play New England in the AFC Championship, and they're able to come up victorious. You know, so but I guess winning the Super Bowl, I'm gonna say the Texans.
Hey, Pooh's a solid pick too. For real, that's a good pick.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. So, who's your? Well, I guess we know who Tom's surprise playoff team. You going with Cleveland?
I am.
Okay.
I'm going with Cleveland.
All right. Al, who's your surprise playoff team this year? Either division or either conference?
Well, I was going with the Cowboys, but so many of my colleagues picked the Cowboys winning our division. Mm-hmm. Maybe we not the surprise I thought we was. So I'll go with the one that got the most critique when I said the Chiefs. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs because so many of my colleagues they ain't got no confidence in Patrick. So yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right, Gerald, who's your surprise playoff pick?
Thomas stole mine. So I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was gonna say.
That's you got, Keyonne, 49ers?
That's what I was gonna say, yeah.
All right. Yes. 49ers gonna be a trendy pick this year, I think. All right. Keyonne, let's double up with you. Give me one breakout player and one disappointing player for this season.
Disappointing player gonna be.
You got to go Tom Brady now, right?
No, I'm actually thinking either Matt Ryan or Cam Newton. That's who at the top. I'm trying to think who's going to be the biggest. Okay. And I don't know if you can call Cam Newton a disappointment because he really kind of sucked last year. So he's going to be just playing how he played. So I think it will be probably Matt Ryan then because I think people were like calling him like one of the best quarterbacks in the league now and all that. I think we're going to see. So I would say Matt Ryan probably is going to disappoint folks. And what's the other one you said?
Breakout player.
Breakout player would be. That's tough. Breakout player would be shit, man. Breakout. What does that mean? Because that's somebody like Andrew Luck kind of thing, or that somebody that's never been good before.
Yeah. Andrew Luck would be more comeback player. So breakout player is somebody who breaks out. Somebody has a breakout year, comes out of nowhere, kind of like
Mitch Trubisky, maybe. Could that be a breakout player?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I'm gonna pick Mitch Trubisky.
Okay. All right. Tom Stevens, who's your breakout player and your disappointing player for this season?
Guess I'll take that, Key. But I'm gonna go disappointing. And not disappointing as in, I guess, the yards that they pile up, but just, a lot of picks. I'm gonna say Andrew Luck. I'm gonna say he throws for 4,000 and 28 touchdowns. However, I think he throws like 19 picks. Fumble about 7, 8, 9 times because he has that. He has that mono on him. But I'll say Andrew Luck disappointing as in that factor. Breakout player. This can't be a rookie, right?
No rookie.
No rookie. Breakout player. No rookie. Breakout player. Mike Williams. You say Mike Williams.
Good pick. Yeah. Okay. All right. Gerald, breakout player and disappointing player for the season.
breakout player, man. Give me Mickey C.
Okay.
I think Christian McCaffrey's poised for a breakout year, and I really like that Goodwin kid out in San Fran.
I like Goodwin.
Yeah, I really like Goodwin. I think he's going to actually be quite unstoppable.
Okay. All right. Who's your disappointment?
The Falcons.
The whole damn thing. Okay.
The whole team.
The whole fucking roster.
Man,
I ain't disagreeing. I think you right.
Nah,
at least you had to be good to be disappointing though. That's my thing.
I already hate the Falcons, and then this guy comes doing all this talking. Disappointing, man. I'm gonna say Mitch Trubisky.
Okay, you're just pissing everybody off tonight, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it. I think Bears fans are gonna find out. If they got to find out if he's got it. He's gonna have to threaten corners and safeties vertically and make better decisions. But we'll see if he can get it done.
Fair enough.
I've watched more Mitch Trubisky football than anyone. So.
All right. Well, no faith in the former Tar Heel. We shall see. Alvin Glymph, who's your breakout player and disappointing player for this season?
Disappointing is easy. I'm going with Eli Manning. I think people are thinking it was just a temporary slide, but I really think this is we're seeing the beginning of just a downward trajectory with his results. And so that was an easy one. And then, like I mentioned earlier, as I was talking about the Cowboys, Jalen Smith, I really think he is got superstar on him. And so not to say he's going to be superstar this year, like MVP level play, but I think to go from, a lot of people don't know about him unless you follow college football or a Cowboys fan. I think he's going to be one of the household names in terms of football fans after the season, because I just think he's going to have a lot of major plays. So Jalen Smith, my breakout player.
Okay. All right. On to some individual awards. Gerald, Hedrick.
Let me just say, y'all got me wanting to watch football this year, but I can't do it, yo.
That's the purpose of this show. It's our little NFL intervention.
Hey, for real. Just so you know, this will happen every couple of weeks. We're going to make this one watch. Gerald, what you got for...
Especially about how much I'm going to be bashing the Falcons. and rubbing them cam stats in your face.
What week they play?
Call my quarterback disappointing.
I Tio.
He's my quarterback.
Oh no!
Hey.
Gerald, who's your league MVP?
Come on, man. One.
All right. Did I even have to ask? Thomas, who's your league MVP?
My league, my league MVP?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my daughter was talking. My league MVP. Oh man, my league MVP. Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay. All right. Al, league MVP.
Hey, Pooh's just a brilliant dude. I'm going with Z.
Okay. Keyonne, who's your league MVP?
So I'm looking at the Vegas odds. The Vegas got Brady at the highest odds. And after that is Aaron Rodgers. And then it just kind of gets to a jumbled mess of quarterbacks. But I'm going to go with Drew Brees. just because I think the Saints are due, and that's who they give it to. The quarterback on the best team, seem like.
All right. Thomas, offensive player of the year.
Offensive player of the year, man. Now I'm giving this one to Deshaun Watson.
Okay. All right. Keyonne, offensive player of the year.
I'm gonna go with Ty Gurley.
Good choice. All right. Gerald, offensive player of the year.
I'm going with D-Watt.
All right. Al.
I like Gurley.
Okay.
I just think both of them are gonna have great seasons.
Yeah.
So I like Gurley.
Okay. We got 2 for Gurley, 2 for Watson. All right.
He got a lot of commercials this year, so everybody watch.
He does. All right. Thomas, defensive player of the year. Who you got?
Defensive player of the year. I hadn't even put thought in it. Defensive player of the year. Scanning. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna say, man. I'm gonna give you something. Kid came out of nowhere. They moved this kid, the middle linebacker, and I would have put him as breakout, but I totally didn't think about him at that time. I'm gonna say Miles Jack, man.
Nah, not a bad pick. All right, Al, who you got defensive player of the year?
Same team, big trash talker. I'm going Jalen Ramsey.
Okay. Yeah, not a bad pick either. All right, Keyonne, who you got defensive player of the year?
I'm gonna say, shit. I would want to say Aaron Donald. Can I say Aaron Donald? That'll be 2 years in a row, right?
It can happen.
Yeah, it can happen. It's been done before.
Yeah. Well, that's what I want to say. Aaron Donald.
All right. Gerald, who you got?
Aaron Donald's a freak too.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing with that kid. Oh my god. Defensive player of the year, man. I like Al's pick. I love this guy, but I'm gonna go with Ramsey also.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. How crazy is it that y'all have already named 2 Jaguars, and I still think y'all got the wrong one?
What is that?
That's how good that defense is.
Okay.
Yannick Ngakoue, I think he might have 20 sacks this year. And you still can't forget about Calais Campbell and Telvin Smith.
No.
Like, that defense is ridiculous, man. But yeah, you just throw a dart at that defense and pick somebody that might win it.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Gerald, offensive rookie of the year.
Saquon Barkley.
Okay. Al, offensive rookie of the year.
Same metro area, wrong team. I'm going with Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to play faster than the other quarterbacks. And I like Saquon. I think he's going to have a good season, actually. But I think with the hype they're giving Sam
Darnold gonna be running for his life every game.
But really, he doesn't have to have a great he doesn't have to win a lot of games for people to the Jets have sucked.
True.
So if he plays really, really good and they win some games, he's a guy.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see, man. I think of this rookie class. I think. Well, because I don't know. Because I think Josh Allen's gonna take his lumps too. But I think, we'll see. I don't think he's gonna be anywhere near offensive rookie of the year. But we'll see.
All right. Thomas, who you got offensive rookie of the year?
It's funny Gerald said that, man, but I think it's Josh Allen.
Oh wow.
Okay. I was totally against this guy. I thought he was the worst quarterback in the draft. And I know it's just the preseason, but I'm liking what I see from him. You know, his feet, and I mean, goodness gracious, he has a huge cannon, but he doesn't look like a deer in headlights, man. And I think it may be something to him. I think it may be something to Josh Allen.
But he has no weapons.
That's what we think. I think Benjamin's gonna be okay. I think Corey Coleman's gonna be okay, and we have
man. When has Benjamin ever been okay?
Hey, you'll see this year. And
all he needed was a quarterback.
And right. Corey Coleman. True. You got and Shady. I think Josh Allen's gonna be okay. We think he don't have weapons. We keep saying that, but I
don't think he's gonna go there and do any better than Tyrod could do with those same weapons.
No, Tyrod didn't have those same weapons. Tyrod didn't have any.
I mean, he had Clay, and he had Clay, and he had Shady.
Clay was hurt. All he had was Shady.
I mean, Clay gonna be hurt some this year. He always hurt some.
I mean, but he's not hurt right now. You know,
I'm going hurt today.
I'm going off everyone. This team's completely healthy. You know, so that's what I'm going off of. I didn't say he was going to do better than Tyrod. You know, but I think I think he has it. I think he has it.
You know, Gerald full of shit. When he had Clay and he had Clay and he had Shady. Like he got to name him twice.
I mean, because that kid was the second most targeted tight end in the league. Like that kid get 100 targets a year. So that's who we got.
All right, so he's worth two mentions, huh?
So he worth 2 mentions. Clay do it all in Buffalo.
Tyrod did have Sammy though.
For a little while, we had him for like half the year.
Yeah, Sammy missed like 2 full seasons.
I'm saying, but with him, what did he do? I'm just saying.
They made. What do you mean? They made the playoffs, and Tyrod made the Pro Bowl and Sammy. What do you mean? What he did with him? He threw for like 3,500 yards, like 22 touchdowns, 24 touchdowns. Tyrod done well. Man, what?
I think Tyrod Taylor is very underrated quarterback.
I like Tyrod.
Yeah. I love Tyrod.
Yeah, I like Tyrod. I'm just saying, like, I mean, he set the world on fire or nothing. I'm just saying, like,
oh no, he didn't set it on fire, but he wasn't playing in the offense like that, though, Jay. You know, they handcuffed. He probably threw the ball 22, 25 times a game.
Man, Josh Allen ain't about to do more than Tyrod.
And you got a head coach that hate quarterbacks.
Why y'all keep saying he gonna do more than Tyrod? I mean,
yeah.
So
because you said he was gonna be offensive rookie of the year.
That doesn't mean that he has to do more than freaking Tyrod.
I do agree.
He just got to do more than any other rookie. What do you mean?
Okay. I agree with that.
Okay, sure.
All right, Keyonne, who you got offensive rookie of the year?
Saquon Barkley. I think he in the perfect position to you can't key in on him because he got a quarterback that even if the way Al's saying like Eli's on the downslide, like his mind is he's a championship quarterback. Mm-hmm. You can't just put 8 in the box and think how they used to do Adrian Peterson. Yeah. You got to play him honest. Eli will make you pay for it. So I think he's in a great position to shine.
Okay. All right. Al, defensive rookie of the year.
Hold on, Jay. Can I give a sleeper real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, be on the lookout, too, for Chosen Rosen, man.
Yeah, Rosen going to be running for his life, though.
I mean, all them rookie quarterbacks going to be running for their life.
Yeah, that's why you ain't named a rookie quarterback.
That is why they name a rookie quarterback, though. Exactly. But he is going to be running for his life, though.
Yeah,
but
I like Rosen. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft class. But that offensive line
out of those guys, he's the quarterback that's most used to running for his life. Anyway,
that is true.
Yeah, he was banged around at UCLA.
Except for Josh Allen, he just like imagined pass rushes coming at him in Wyoming, and he would just take off running, throw it to the third row.
And the only time Darnold saw pressure at USC, he completely collapsed.
Yeah,
but he didn't get a lot of pressure. But when he got it, he completely fell apart. That's another reason why I don't project him out as highly as some of these other guys, just because and Washington was all in his face in that preseason game, and he was like, "Oh my God, like this ain't the fourth seed no more." Like,
I like Rosen. I'm hoping he does well.
I think out of them all, I like Baker the best actually, but when you look at Sam, I think they got a decent defense. I like their coach, how he approaches the game. I don't think they're going to put a lot on him. So I really think he's going to grow into a really, really good quarterback.
So you think they should start him?
I think Teddy should start. Right? I would keep Teddy, start Teddy, run with Teddy.
That's what
I think they're going to trade him because his value is high and they don't expect to win much anyway, so let Sam get some experience. So I don't think that's going to happen. So, yeah, I think he's going to start, and I think he's going to get some good experience, and I think he's going to have a good season.
Yeah. Do you think the Jets have enough patience to let Todd Bowles grow his quarterback and not fire him after this year?
Yes.
Todd Bowles is dead man walking.
Well, no, and that's the key thing. that's the key thing. If he decides to play the veteran and goes 4-12, he's done. But if he plays the rookie and goes 4-12, 5-11, I think that buys him a year.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna fire him either way.
I think management with the Jets right now are in a real patient mode. I think they really feel like, in terms of the leadership of the team, from the GM to the coach, I think they believe in them. I think they like some of the talent we've got through the draft. They like Todd Bowles, how he's coaching. I think everything I'm hearing is positive in terms of the coaching. And I think, like Jay said, I think they're willing to give him at least this season, with Darnold as the quarterback, as they continue to build up their talent.
Because he been there for two years already, right, Al?
This is right. This is third year.
I don't feel like they wanted him last year. I feel like they didn't fire him, but they want to. That's just my. If you don't 8 games, or 8 games, I think they're gonna fire him at the end of this year.
I mean,
no matter who we play quarterback.
No matter who we play, if they don't compete for they right there, competing for the AFC East or something, but they can't fire him again. Then
I don't think anybody expects them to win though. Yeah, I think that the owner of the Jets, I think, has a real good. I think they know we don't have talent. They got rid of a lot of bad contracts, old players, and I think once they did that, it was an acknowledgement of, we rebuilding. And so I think Sam is the beginning of it. You know what I mean? I think the clock is ticking now, but I don't think it's you got one season. I think now they understand we got a quarterback. We believe in this guy. Your clock starts now. And unless a catastrophe happens, I think they're going to at least give him until next season.
We'll see.
So I'll say this. I agree with Jay. I'll say this. It'll let you know where the GM is thinking, where the organization is thinking, on if they actually go ahead and trade Bridgewater, because Bridgewater gives you the best chance to win now. If they trade Bridgewater and go with Darnold, then I think that should signal to Bowles that he at least has this year.
I agree. Yeah.
And let me say, I think they should keep him another year. I just don't think they will. I see the same thing about Hugh Jackson. I think he should get more time too, but I think they're gonna fire him too. And then if they don't win 8 games, they're gonna fire him.
I think the Hugh Jackson situation is a little different, just because they decided to draft that other kid instead of all them other quarterbacks. Cleveland's famous for fucking up their drafts. So I think Hugh Jackson gets a mulligan for last year, because they were horrible. But he got to win some games and shit. He can't go 0. He can't go 0-16. They got to be competitive. And but that's I think Hugh might have another year. But I think both of them. There's three black quarterbacks that could potentially be in trouble. I've already talked about
black
Marvin
quarterbacks
Lewis,
or coaches.
Black coaches, my bad. Like I think Marvin Lewis is in real trouble.
Yeah.
If since he doesn't, Marvin Lewis might get fired if they go 10-6 and lose a playoff game.
Yeah.
To me, this has got to be. I talked about it on the Fantasy Beast show, but if the Bengals go 0-4 or 0 whatever they did last year, 1-3, he might not make it to the end of December, man. I mean the end of November.
I think the difference between, I think those three black quarterbacks, I think they're all in real distinct situations.
Black coach. Yeah, I did the same
right, you done jinxed us all up, right? So I think Marv has been there for a while, has been disappointing for a while. So he's definitely in a hot seat. Hugh has been he sucked for 2 seasons, and I really think they have improved the talent, and I think expectations have been ratcheted up. And I think he will get this season unless he sucks again. You know what I mean? So if he, like y'all said, he wins 2 games, he's out. But I really think Todd is you overachieved last year with a roster,
right? Absolutely.
And so that gave you you got some cool points. You got some credit with us on that. And we understand that we don't have an offensive line. We don't have a pass rush. Our quarterback is young, and wide receivers, we building that. So I think they're gonna give him at least another season to get more talent. And I think next year, where you at now, Keyonne, I think if you were saying that next year, I would be a lot more apt to agree with you. But I think he got this season to prove himself.
So how many games he has to win for his job to be safe? He had to at least win what he won last year?
I agree. Yes. Give me 6-7 wins. No, I agree. Give me 6 or 7 wins again, and Sam Darnold looks like we're seeing progress, and no major locker room issues or nothing crazy to where it's we got to get rid of you. I think if you can give 6 or 7 wins again, we feel like we in the up, and I think Jet fans believe in that. I mean, most Jet fans I know, at this point, it's, we got a quarterback. Okay, yes, finally. But nobody is expecting you to, compete for the championship or your division. Nobody thinks that.
So, last year they won 5. You said they got to win at least 6. I'm saying they got to win at least 8. We kind of what you call it? Needling, what you call it? Threading the needles?
Right.
Yeah, basically. We ain't that far.
But I think we're close. But I do think that's a critical difference. 8 games is a lot of games. That's a lot of games. That's a lot.
It's a lot of games
to win. So I wouldn't hold them to that standard. I just say win something similar to what you did last year, and we good.
All right. On the defensive rookie of the year, Thomas Stevens. Who you got?
Or Roquan Smith.
Roquan, okay. All right. Gerald, who you got? Defensive rookie of the year.
Let me see. Who did I had 3 guys.
And no Cam Newton cannot win it this year.
Oh man.
Unless he plays middle linebacker this season.
Because he could. Because he could. I like Smith too, though. I like that pick, Pooh. I'm good with that one.
Okay, 2 up for Roquan. Keyonne, who you got? Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm saying Bradley Chubb. I was mad the Browns didn't take him.
All right.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah. I mean, Chubb's still a rookie, so yeah.
Yeah, Chubb's still a rookie, and he my dark horse.
Yeah, I like Chubb. All right. Al, who you got? Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Defensive Rookie.
I was going Roquan, but
you know, who wants to be like everybody else? So I'm going with the cornerback from Cleveland, Denzel Ward.
Yeah, I like Denzel.
Oh yeah. And I'm going with Denzel.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Next up, Coach of the Year. Gerald, who you got?
Sean McVay.
Yeah.
All right. Keyonne, you doubling up with McVay?
No, Sean Payton. I heard Sean Payton.
Okay.
He said Sean Payton.
Okay, so McVay and Payton. All right. Al, who you got?
I'm going with wow. I hate this guy, but if I'm going with, I can't go in. I almost said Andy Reid, y'all. I really did.
Hey,
but I like McVay though. I think Rams is going to. No, you know what? I'm going with Andy Reid.
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
Good
crazy.
season for the Chiefs.
Cool, especially in the regular season, and they're gonna give it to you.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You know?
Playoff come. He starts shaking. He said
Exactly.
clipboard shaking.
I don't know what to do. I don't know.
I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I don't know what to do. What do I do?
You could look at him. He literally be shaking on the
Yeah, after that 15 scripted plays, he done.
Now,
Yeah,
I'm gonna just stop calling plays.
yeah. And he's looking at adjustments. Fuck is that? What you talking about, man? We just stay out here. Let's just stay out here on the sidelines. Who needs to go into the locker room and have some? All right. Pooh, who you got? Coach of the Year.
I got this gentleman taking a 0-win team to 10 or 11 games, man. Hugh Jackson, I think he's gonna be coach.
Jackson, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And lastly, comeback player of the year, Alvin Glymph, who you got?
comeback player of the year. Almost said Randy Gregory because he's gonna have like 7 sacks for the Cowboys this year.
Okay.
But instead, I'm going with Teddy Bridgewater.
All right. Good one. All right. Thomas, who you got?
Man, I want to say J.J. Watt. I want to say Dalvin Cook, but y'all not gonna believe what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
Man, get the hell out.
Keyonne, don't you say it.
Yeah,
He ain't gonna be on the team at the end of it. They're gonna cut him by December.
Keyonne,
Yo,
don't you even say it.
yo,
I
Done. He's done.
I can't
Hey.
stop laughing.
hey,
Hell
hey,
no.
hey, watch it.
All
Man,
right.
I say
Keyonne,
December. He gonna be off the team by November. They gonna cut him. They gonna cut him.
Keyonne, who's
Nah,
your
he-
pick? Come back.
Oh,
player.
okay. Let me see, Deshaun Watson gonna get hurt again. He gonna be out, so it gonna be Andrew Luck.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
All right. Gerald, who you got? Comeback player of the year.
Joe Flacco, baby.
I'm not doubting that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Joe was hurt.
No, I
last
don't
No.
think he was hurt, but I
Well, he
but I
just
think,
he
but I
just
think
sucked last year, right?
year? Yeah.
right.
Like, really? That's all you have to do to be a comeback, right? Or wrong?
Somebody is
I think
usually
you had-
coming
I
off,
think you had to
off
be
an
hurt.
injury.
I think you had to be hurt.
Oh, okay.
But
I don't think sucking is enough.
Yeah.
Joe might as well.
Joe
Joe might
sucked
as well
so
have been
bad
hurt.
he might as well have been hurt. Yeah, you're right.
Nah, my real pick is Watson, man. But Joe Flacco.
Shit, he plays like with his back against the wall. Seems like that's what everybody's saying. You know,
Who, Joe?
but yeah, Flacco. Like when like the contract year, he won the Super Bowl. Now you got a rookie that, but I don't know. Is Lamar Jackson playing really well, or is he looking like a rookie?
Looking like a rookie who's playing really well. So
yeah.
So Flacco ain't probably scared then.
No, his job ain't in jeopardy.
No, his job ain't in
not
jeopardy.
this year.
Yeah.
But if he sucks this year like he did last year, yes, it probably is.
Competition.
How about G3?
Oh, G3 don't look bad. He's just in a bad predicament. Like you got Trent starter and the first round pick. Like he's a bad situation. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he looks pretty. He looks decent though.
Yeah, he don't look bad.
They're saying because of that, Baltimore is going to carry 3 quarterbacks for the first time in a million years. So
yeah, they may.
So we'll see. They might be out there doing what Sean Payton be doing by having Lamar Jackson kicking field goals and covering kicks and all kinds of shit. Yeah. Sean Payton be having his third string quarterback doing everything.
I hope not. I hope they treat him like a quarterback. Yeah, treat Lamar Jackson. Don't get him hurt, you know.
All right.
Yeah, I love him.
So Al, you mentioned this last week for the question of the week. So Al, this is your question. So what is an absolute deal breaker to you when it comes to relationships? So Al, you asked the question. You go first.
Will do, man. So this was a question that came up recently. One of my homeboy hangout nights where me and my good friends get together once a month or so, and we just sitting around kicking it, and it was just out of when you look at everybody in your life. So if there was just one act that if they did this act, you'd cut this motherfucker off regardless. Anybody. What's that deal breaker? And for me, it's only really one thing, and that's murder. So to me, like life is just that precious, and that's just the one thing that.
Well, who they gotta kill though? They did just kill anybody, or like
now? I'm not talking self-defense. You know, fighting for your life. That's different. But
stand your ground. No, I'm just kidding.
You murder somebody, I can't fuck with you.
Okay,
I really can't.
Gotcha.
Other than that, I can get over a lot of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I can work with you. Depending on who it is, I can definitely work with you.
All right. Wow. Okay. Thomas Stevens, what's the one absolute deal breaker for you when it comes to anybody in your life? You do this, I'm done with you.
Anybody in my life. It's not like so it could be. It's not a girlfriend or anything. It can be anyone, male or female.
Yeah. One thing that's across the board.
Across the board. Oh man, something that's across the board. I mean, you know, I guess something egregious is murder. I guess I gotta go with Al on that one. But I mean, I don't know anything else that's across the board, because with guys, it's like, I mean, if you were, a woman beater, you know, I can't rock with you. You know, we can't hang, we can't go out, we can't chill. You know, we can't eat lunch and, you know, laugh and do whatever together. Like that's to me, that's egregious, you know, for a guy to do it like that. But wow, a woman, I don't know, man, because I don't know. That's I don't have one for that one, Jay.
Okay. All right. Keyonne, anything for you that's across the board? You do this for me, you done.
There's two things. One, I thought of this before Al even said anything, but it's not necessarily murder. Because let's just say, you try to kill me, that's a deal breaker. All right.
Oh, I didn't think about that, Keith.
You know, but if you did it to somebody else, I wouldn't necessarily, because there's reasons why people do things. You know, that's not deal breaker for me. But you try to kill me, that's deal breaker. And another one would be in some way, and this is broad, but some way you're trying to hurt me, and not necessarily physically, but you are trying to hurt me. Mm-hmm. Like, say for instance, you. Say someone trying to get you fired. You know, say someone out your life. Let's say I'm trying to get you fired. I just don't like your life, in the sense that your house is too big, your car is too nice, your wife is too pretty. I gotta fuck you up, dude. I gotta ruin something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're trying to hurt me in some kind of way in my life. That's that. So kill me, or you're trying to hurt me. Other than that, I we can get together and drink a beer.
All right, Gerald. Outside of talking bad about Cam Newton, what's something that somebody could do? Now, what's your one deal breaker, man, across the board?
Man, I got a whole list of deal breakers, man.
Okay.
Y'all boys way too nice. I got all kinds of like yeah. Oh, you do that shit? Come chill. Like, nah, what? Hell no. Like, obviously, like, cause, like, I thought about this question real deep, but it's some real fucking evil people in this world, man. So I don't want to get way into the list, but anything you do that's like pure evil, you out here killing people or doing anything crazy to kids or kidnapping and if you are an evil individual, you do anything out of the pure evil or hatred in your heart, I can't rock with you, man. Like, and so that covers a whole laundry list of shit that if I see you doing, I can't fuck with you. Like, and maybe you do have a reason, but to me, it's no reason why you out kidnapping kids and hiding girls in your basement and shit like that. Like, I can't. Yeah. So being like wanting to kill people for your religious beliefs and all kinds of super extremism and hatreds of all sorts of I can't rock with any of that. So, but because to me you gotta fight hate with love. Like that's the only thing that conquers hate to me is love. So if someone's not willing to, like, if someone's just that blind hate where they're not even willing to let love into their life, I can't rock with those people. It goes a lot back to what you said about that energy that people put out there. Like, if you have an evil energy, I can't, and I feel it, I can't get with you because we're not gonna be able to vibe.
Gotcha.
I feel like you just said two different things just now, but okay.
How so?
You gotta fight hate with love. So someone's got hate, you run from them. You're supposed to love them if they hate, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. If I get the sense that you're not even willing to let love into your life.
Oh, okay.
Then those, because some people are, well, not some people. All people are taught hate, like,
yeah.
But all people aren't taught evil. Like, inherently, we all have good and evil in us. So you can't have evil without the presence of, you can't have light without the presence of darkness. So and vice versa. But so at some point, like, actions that you take to manifest your hate and to manifest your evil, like, those are the things that you can't come back. You can't come back to me from that if you're not willing to let love into your life, because love is the only thing that can conquer that stuff.
I got you.
But it's some people out there that aren't even willing to, it's the difference between when you are actually sick, when you actually have a mental issue, when you actually, like, the chemicals in your body don't actually allow you to process shit correctly, versus like you just an evil person, and that goes into it. Yeah, and you just choosing to do evil shit.
Yeah, man. I don't know, like, for me, I definitely get with the murder joint. You try to kill me, I definitely get those. I guess like outside of that, like anybody that refuses to chooses not to take care of their kids, and that's man or woman. I ain't got no love for you, none at all. And then two, this goes for men and women as well. You decide to, like, you know, if one of y'all, if I see one of y'all hitting on your woman, Defy Life ain't got no need for you. So, and same goes for women. Like, you know, you can't be putting your hands on a dude because you know he can't hit you back. So that goes both ways for me.
Facts.
You know, so, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you definitely try to do me harm, you know, on purpose, and like you said, Keyonne, you try to kill me. Yeah, we gotta.
We gonna have a problem.
Yeah, we
got all kind of issues.
Yeah, you gonna get this work. So yeah, so it's a good question though.
Great question.
Yeah,
great.
It can get like I got a lot of questions because like I'm around a lot of people, especially when I go to South Carolina. I'm around people that I actually may hang out with for like 4 or 5 hours. You know, am I supposed to leave because they come like so? It gets a little complicated for me. That's why I'll step out. I won't take this into another hour conversation, but because when you talk about like friends, I probably got like fucking 3 friends in this world, really. And then I got like it's like levels, layers.
Yeah.
I got I probably can name like 50 people that I can go to and be like, yo, what's up? And we can hang out for a few hours. Mm-hmm. But I'm not necessarily saying they're my friends. And they're in. I got guys I know right now that will run up to me, say, yo, what's up? And I say, what's up to them? Literally did time for child molesting. Like had sex with a 13-year-old girl and did like about 10 years for that. You know? Good dude. Made a bad move. Do I like stop speaking to him when I see it? Or no, it's like, you know.
That's putting it mildly, but yeah.
You know.
Made a bad move.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was not the thing, you know. But yeah. I'm just saying, I don't know. It can get complicated. It can get complicated.
Yeah, absolutely. And to me, like saying what's up to somebody and like ain't having you a part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
right.
You know, like this is like it's a lot of dudes that I don't, you know, or people in general. Shit, I can go to work tomorrow and say what's up to a whole lot of dudes I don't fuck with.
That's different though, because you have to be there. I'm talking about, say you go to when you go to Newberry. No. I'm pretty sure you probably a similar situation to me. You know somebody and you go to their house and hanging out there. Maybe I don't know if you do what I do, but now
that if I'm hanging. Like if I'm hanging out at the dude's house who touching kids, nah, I ain't doing that.
No. Oh. You hanging out at your homeboy house, and some other guy's there. You feel me? Like it's
he just happens to be there. Yeah,
and y'all all hanging out.
Life. Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I ain't gonna sit and ask him who go win Offensive Player of the Year while I'm there. Like, nah,
you just wouldn't talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, even if he said what's up, I might say what's up, but I'm gonna keep it moving. Like,
me too.
Yeah, because
touching kids. No, that's a little weird. No,
that's a little weird.
No. That's
trying to figure
not
out where you're going with this.
Insinuating. I don't know anyone that touches. Cause first of all, if you're touching kids, you're probably in prison.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
right?
But you probably got out. I mean,
you said you. Oh,
yeah.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, real talk. A guy he had sex with, this guy I know right now, is a really cool guy. Had sex with her. We were 19 at the time. He had sex with the girl.
I thought it was 34. That's
nah, I mean, it is still. It was. You know better. You're 19. The girl was 13.
Better.
13.
But when the
girl was literally she was in 8th grade.
When you're 19, you still a fucking imbecile.
Yeah.
At 19.
But I still be fucking 13, yo. Like, nah.
But you still know better though.
This ain't about him. This ain't because this was getting too. But I'm just saying, situation like that. That's dude's a registered sex offender till the day he takes his last breath. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd speak to him, but I ain't fucking with him.
Okay.
That's. I ain't gonna put in like a scarlet A on his chest or anything. but
it's there, though.
It's still, but it's still, but that's. I'm not personally gonna like shun him, but at that point, I feel like anybody that makes those kind of choices, like even at 19, I knew better. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that has it in them to make those kind of choices, I don't know what they can offer me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, like across the board, so somebody murder somebody in cold blood, like, yeah, you're probably not the best person for me to hang around.
Yeah, I know them too.
Yeah, and so that's, so again, I ain't gonna like walk in the store and see you put my head down and turn around and walk out. Like, I'd dap you up and keep it moving. I don't think
let me give you another quick scenario. We was teenagers again, playing with guns. Guy pulls up the gun to shoot it in the air. Gun goes off, hits a lady, and that kills her. He does 15 years. He's out now. Again, I go home. These are the kind of people I'm around. He killed somebody. It's like,
I mean, that was an accident, though.
Killed somebody. Innocent person.
Yeah,
huh?
Well, that was
an
killed
accident,
somebody,
though.
but the intent was no intent.
Yeah,
there.
but that's
right.
That was killing somebody. That wasn't murder.
Yeah. He should have been. That's actually manslaughter.
That was manslaughter. Like I was saying,
that's not even a murder too.
Well,
that's a manslaughter.
Yeah, that's
charge.
why I said murder.
So
like
murder
is different than.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, to me, that's vehicular manslaughter. Like, oh shit, I ran somebody over. Like, I ran somebody over, and the guy died, and they charged me with vehicular manslaughter. To me, that don't make you a murderer.
Okay, understood.
You know. I would say I was at this little party one time with a friend of mine, and at the party was this dude, so we all there together, eating and drinking, laughing, telling jokes and all of that, and then the kid commenced to telling me how he just got out for kid had been locked up for like eight years or whatever. Okay. And I was like, oh damn, like true. I thought the kid was one of the block boys. That's what I'm thinking. And the kid was like, nah, I got out, man. They charged me with kidnapping and all kinds of shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck you was in? He was involved in. And he's like, and then he started telling me how, the kid was a part of a little group here in Charlotte. It was chicks involved and everything, but basically they send the chicks was cute or whatever, so they'd catch dudes at the clubs that's flossing, buying drinks and popping bottles and all that, and get the chicks to go mark them, right? Yeah. So the chicks go home and show them love and all of that, and then so naturally they take them home, hook up. And, the chick tell them where they at, and and they come through and set them up. Yeah, so they come up, tie you up, rob you, kill you, And he was like, yeah, we'd come through, me and my crew, we'd rape your girl, if you had a son, we'd do whatever. This is shit he telling me out loud, right? And I'm like, I'm looking around like, yo, where the fuck you got me at? Like, so. But immediately, I'm uncomfortable, right? So I'm like, oh shit, I got to. But I'm like, shit, I got to get the fuck up out of here. Like this ain't the type of people I associate with, So, but yeah, So go ahead.
But my thing is the dilemma of you knowing someone all your life, and then they did some crazy things, and then. That if I just met you, I don't have to ever deal with you. Just hearing, I'm like, all right, man, get the fuck out of here. I don't know this guy. But I've known you. We literally grew up together, and then you did some shit, and it's like, damn. That's the dilemma I'm in. I feel like I'm in a lot. But at the same time, I live in Atlanta, so I don't deal with this shit day to day. Just when I go home. For like a few hours, but... Yeah, but what you're describing to me is easy. I don't never have to talk to that guy again. That's like, I don't know this guy. He might try to rob me, find out where I live, and, I don't know you. So
he tell you all that shit, be like, where you live at, cuz?
Yeah.
Nah,
let's watch the game.
I'm good.
Yeah.
We should hang out.
You ain't never gonna see me again.
Oh man! All right. Well, y'all ready for some trivia?
Oh yeah.
I'm ready.
Keyonne, thanks for letting me host this week. I've been kind of stewing on some categories that I was like, man, I got to get these out. So, thank you, sir.
No problem.
And you know, your mouth hurting anyway, so you're welcome.
Yeah. Light.
Yeah, I just need you to answer some questions. So, all right. So, I did borrow from your Jeopardy style questions to kind of keep it on par with what we've been doing. So, 5 categories. We will go 3 rounds. Again, rounds as Keyonne's. As Keyonne usually does, it's a 10-point round, a 20-point round, and a 30-point round. There are 3 categories that you can get double points for every question. All right. So the 5 categories are career-ending NFL injuries, rappers in movies, movie songs, NBA little men under 6 feet, and famous chefs. All right.
Can I get that one more time, sir? Go through those categories once more.
Yep. Career-ending NFL injuries.
Okay.
Rappers in movies. Movie songs. NBA little men under 6 feet. And famous chefs.
Okay.
All right. The categories that you can get double points are career-ending NFL injuries, rappers in movies, and NBA little men. All right. So if you answer, there's a 2-pronged question. So if you answer both parts of it, you get double.
Okay.
And that's for all rounds, right? So Keyonne,
What if you miss part of the question? What if you get one part right and the second part wrong?
You get the regular points.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Keyonne, for allowing me to host, and since I won last week, you go first.
NBA little man.
All right.
For
NBA little man.
Oh, I don't pick 10, 20.
Yeah, for 10, 20, or 30.
For 10, yeah, for 10.
10. All right. NBA little man for 10. This is a double point question. This high-flying point guard won 3 NBA dunk contests. If you can give me his name, you get you get 10 points. If you also give me his height, you get double points.
I know this.
High-flying NBA point guard won 3 dunk contests.
I know this.
I'm gonna go with Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson is correct.
Okay. 5'8".
Nate's 5'9".
5'9".
So 10 points for Keyonne. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Al, you up next?
Let me go rappers in movies for 20.
All right. Rappers in movies for 20. Let me mark off Keon's question. All right.
Excel, brother.
I was I never hear Keyonne fumbling with paper.
Excel.
I went to Excel, but these my questions got too in depth, so I was like, man, fuck this. I'll just do it. I can look at it. This Brooklyn, New York rapper starred in this 2006 crime drama alongside Bruce Willis and David Morse.
Oh. Bruce Willis and who?
David Morse. David Morse is one of those dudes, you don't know his name, but you see his face, you're like, oh, that's who that is. But you see him in all kind of shit.
That's very helpful.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the name probably ain't gonna help you, but he's a very reputable actor.
Okay. Oh, damn. And what do I have to do? I got to name the rapper.
Give me the rapper and the title of the movie, or if you get double, or if you give me either.
And the movie was called 28 Blocks.
Oh, Mos Def in 16 Blocks.
Oh.
20 points for Al.
Good guess, though.
It was, yeah. All right. Gerald, you up next?
Give me NBA point guards under 6 foot.
All right.
That's not a category.
Yeah, I know. NBA little man, I'm guessing. All right. Well, it's funny because I started to go NBA little and I started to throw in the 30-point question as a small center. Just kind of make it a trick question, but I didn't do that. So they are all point guards. 20 or 30?
20.
For 20? All right. This diminutive former Houston Rocket has his number 23 retired by the organization. So give me the name, you get 20. Give me the height, you get 40.
I know this one.
He under 6 feet?
Yes.
Number 23 retired by the Houston Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
Taking you back on this one.
Actually, I don't know this one.
Number 23.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Steve Francis?
That's what I was thinking.
Francis is not correct.
Yeah.
Calvin Murphy.
Yep, 5'9". All right. Thomas Stevens.
Thomas is gone.
Oh, Thomas is gone.
Yeah. Get the churn.
All right. He's a loser for the night. All right.
They're just kids, man.
Yeah. Well, he's a winner for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get him a coffee mug. Keyonne.
I'm going to go with career NFL injuries for 30.
All right. Career-ending NFL injuries for 30. All right. Chance for the double. You give me the player's name, you get regular points. You give me the team he played for at the time of his injury, you get double points. All right. This offensive lineman.
Damn.
This offensive lineman suffered a spinal cord injury during a game that left him paralyzed from the waist down. He famously gave a thumbs up as he was taken off the field on a stretcher.
Oh, wow. What was that?
I think. But I fucking don't know the guy. I remember it. I was watching T.
I'm gonna stay away from this question.
It was in the night.
I was category.
10, 9.
Yeah, fuck it.
8,
I did.
7, 6. Pass.
Had no clue.
Mike Utley.
Was it the Beast Orleans?
Detroit
Lions.
Yep.
It was blue. A blue team. Okay.
All right. Al, you up next.
Let me stay in rappers and movies, and I'm going to go for 30 points.
All right. Rappers and movies for 30. This rapper played a supporting role in this 2006 movie that also featured Samuel L. Jackson.
Damn, that's it?
What was the year?
2006 movie that also featured Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson and Christina Ricci. I'm sorry.
Can I steal?
Ooh, I know this.
You said Samuel Jackson and who?
Christina Ricci.
Yeah, that didn't help.
I know this one. You know this one? You know this one, Keyonne?
Yeah, I know this one for sure.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No answer.
Black Snake Moan.
Yeah.
David Banner.
David Banner, Black Snake Moan.
What? I'm wrong. I'm thinking Shaft or Busta Rhymes.
Hell no.
Samuel Jackson was in a lot of movies, yo.
Yeah, but Shaft was way before 2006, though.
Okay. That movie.
And Christina Ricci was not in it. Gerald, it's on you.
Let me get them points, kid.
For which one?
Nah, you trying to get points for Al question.
Oh, no.
Trying to get them points for Al question.
Nah.
Give me rappers and movies for the last. Was it 30?
You confident now?
Rappers and movies. Now you got 10. 10 is left in that category.
Oh man, go ahead and give me that one, man.
All right.
That's double points, right?
If you get the name, it's the rapper's name is 10 points. You get the name of the movie, it's 20.
All right.
This Long Beach MC played Rodney in this 2001 Hood classic.
Man. 2001 Hood classic. Rodney.
I should have guessed that one. I should have picked that one.
2001. Then that seems like such a long time ago.
It was.
But it's not. It's not what. Rodney.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Al, you know this one?
I was going with Snoop.
Snoop Dogg in
Baby Boy.
Baby Boy. Al, you would have got that.
Man, y'all was thinking Snoop too, but I couldn't think of the movie. I was like, what the hell? Who played Rodney? And oh man, come on, man. You could have gave me a co-star.
That was easy, man. Everybody know Rodney.
I forgot about Baby Boy.
All right. After 2 rounds, Al, you're gonna lead with 20. Keyonne has 10. Gerald has 0. All right. And we're not doing negative points since we're doing.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'll see. All right.
All right. Keyonne, it's on you.
Then shit, NBA little man for 30.
All right. This smooth shooting lefty was the 7th overall pick by the Toronto Raptors in 1995.
I know this one.
Lefty. Fuck. I don't know.
Woo-wee!
Ain't that 95, bro? I know Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. Who else?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him.
Toronto. Oh, was it? No, 95. He didn't come till the 2000s. Start the clock, because I'm out. I'm going to say
8, 7,
Toronto.
6.
I know this one.
4, 3.
I'm going to say Ray for Austin.
Oh, no,
Man,
sir.
no.
Hey,
Not even
Damon
close.
Stoudemire.
Damon Stoudemire.
Stoudemire.
Little Mighty Mouse. Little Mighty Mouse.
Damn. He was that.
Damn, how come I know all the ones I'm not being asked?
Okay, that's the crazy shit.
And he was 5'10".
I forgot about him. He was a baller.
Right.
He was a baller.
Oh yeah, I was gonna give you the college, but that would have made it too easy for a 30
Oh
point.
shit, not for me.
Arizona.
Hey, I was gonna say Arizona.
Al, you are up. So you have 10 and 20 left in NFL injuries. Rappers and movies is totally gone. Movie songs, you have all 3. NBA Little Man is totally gone, and famous chefs, you have all 3 left.
Okay, let me get career-ending injuries with 2. With 20.
For 20, a second-round draft pick out of Michigan State in 2017. This player suffered a major head injury as the result of an ATV accident during the offseason. He was released before the 2018 training camp, never playing a down.
I know who he is. I don't know his name, though. So you can go. I'm passing because I ain't no way else to think of his name. But I
I know it's like a defensive lineman.
Yeah, Malik McDowell, Seattle Seahawks.
There you go, McDowell.
Never
I didn't think it was name.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that sucks.
So he got to work a regular job. He never made any NFL money.
I mean, he got a signing bonus.
Right, that's about it.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah.
First round pick signing bonus though, or second round.
Second round pick, yeah, signing bonus. So, I mean, he got enough.
Is it like $1 million? That's $1 million?
I don't know. I might not far from it. Probably. I mean, at least 6 figures. So he got a good start.
Okay.
Depending on how the medical bills looked, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Gerald, it's on you. You can actually take the lead with this question.
Let's see. Something for 30 will give me the lead, right?
Mm-hmm. Or something for 20 and you get a double.
What's still out here for double? Rappers with movies?
NFL injury, right?
NFL injuries, you have 10. And that's it. That's all left for doubles.
All right. Damn, give me some love on the question. Give me NFL injuries, career ending for 10. Good grief, these shit's been hard.
This Hall of Fame wide receiver suffered a career-ending neck injury on the 750th catch of his career.
Can I steal?
No, still.
Okay.
10, 9.
Yeah, you already started the clock.
7. You want me to repeat the question?
Either you know it or you don't, man.
The question, man. I can't get no time to
This ain't
think.
gonna just come to you.
This Hall of Fame wide receiver suffered a career-ending neck injury on the 750th catch of his career.
750th catch of his career.
Yeah.
Career-ending Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Now I'm not so sure. I can think of 2 of them. Well, I'm not talking over your question. My apologies, brother. Go ahead.
10,
golly,
9,
man.
8, 7, 6.
Jeez, fucking Tim Brown. I don't know.
Now here, he said Tim Brown. I'm thinking.
I was bullshitting with Tim Brown. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Now I'm thinking either. Who you say? Yeah,
Irvin.
either Irvin or Sterling Sharp. One of the 2.
Oh wow, I forgot about him.
Wow. It was Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So at the end of 3 rounds, still y'all went blanks all 3 in the second and third round. So it's still Al 20, Keyonne 10, Gerald 0.
All right.
We got the movie songs and famous chefs, which I know nothing about either.
Hey, yo, Keith.
What's up?
Hey, yo, we ain't letting Jay do trivia no more for a long time.
Hey, you know I got to the 5th category. I was like, what can I do besides the Bible?
Something about the religion.
I was like, no, other than religion. I was like, wonder if we could do famous heathens. But I'll be the 10-point answer on that one. So I was like, nah. All right, so start the 4th round. All doubles are gone, so everything's straight up.
All right.
Um,
And until the final round.
Man, the score 20 to 5-0. and we 7 rounds into the game.
We 6-3 football games.
I'm saying movie songs. Y'all think that's tough?
I don't know shit about movies.
We about to find out.
Yeah, we about to find out.
All right, Keyonne, it's on you.
I know even less about chefs, so I'm gonna go with movies. Movie songs for 10.
Okay. Fair East Side was famously performed in the bathroom during this 1989 movie.
Lean on Me.
Lean on Me.
I got it. I got it. Okay.
Oh,
that was a layup.
That was a layup. All right. Al, it's on you.
I'll go with movie songs for 20. Maybe I'll get a jump shot.
What was the title song of the mega popular In Vogue hit from the Set It Off soundtrack?
Oh man, that song right on the tip of my brain.
I can sing it. I don't know the words.
Oh, you can sing it, but you don't know the words.
Exactly.
You can hum it then, huh?
Yeah, I can hum it.
I don't remember that motherfucker.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is it? What was it?
Is it Free Your Mind?
No. Don't Let Go.
No.
Don't Let Go.
To your love. No.
Don't
that's what we're on.
Don't let go.
Right
To your love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about that?
If y'all know.
Hold on.
No.
No.
No. Hold on tight and lose control.
Yeah.
Don't let go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
I wouldn't have got it either way.
yes. It was number one on the charts for a few weeks. Actually.
Man.
All right. Gerald.
Give me a movie songs for 30 then. Let's see if I can take the lead.
30. All right. Oh man, this is tough. One of the featured.
Oh man.
That's tough. Okay.
One of the featured tunes of The Color Purple, Miss Celie's Blues, also known as Sister, was written by this R&B legend. You want me to repeat it? You want to know? Do you want
the song?
Sister.
There you go.
Oh.
So that song.
Who did that?
I did that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you old school. You know what I'm doing? Color Purple. I seen that movie.
I know that shit.
Color Purple? Like,
I don't know who wrote it, but I know the song.
The two of a sister.
Smokey Robinson.
No.
That's
not a bad guess, actually, though. This is Lionel Richie wrote that song.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. If you had knew that shit, I would have been hella impressed.
That's actually one I just happen to know because you just hear shit and it becomes like just random useless knowledge you have. My sister told me that a long time ago, and it always stuck with me. So
okay.
Man,
ask
top secret questions.
As we go into the final round,
at least somebody scored in that round.
20 to 0.
I got 10. I got 20.
It's 20 to 20. Keyonne and Al are tied. Gerald, you got 3.6. Nah, you got 0, man.
All right.
Only 3 questions left, actually, and they all from the famous chefs category.
Oh man.
Hey, man.
Chef Boyardee.
Hey man.
I know one chef. And,
hey man, I
you
cook
give
a
me a
lot,
question
so
about him. Maybe
I had to go here. All right, Keyonne, it's on you.
I'm gonna say 10. I hope you ask me the one I know.
10. All right. Famous for his trademark BAM, this Massachusetts-born chef's Atlanta restaurant was closed in October of 2008.
Man.
Anthony Bourdain.
No, sir. Sorry.
Only one I know.
It's the only one you knew. Emeril Lagasse.
Good. Okay, sure.
All right.
Oh,
I'm not gonna know any of these.
Al.
I'll take 20.
20. This chef is famous for being found guilty of conspiracy and obstruction, resulting in a 5-month prison sentence in 2004.
Man.
What the fuck is her name?
10, 9,
It's not the racist. It's the other chick. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
5, 4, 3,
Trading. Inside
2,
trading.
and Martha Stewart.
Oh, I suck. Oh,
chef?
Yeah, Martha
Yeah, she was a chef.
Yes. Oh, I suck.
Yeah, he was like, it ain't the racist. It's the
And that's
the
what I said.
jailbird.
Oh, I thought it was the other chef I know. That's the, Paula Dean.
Yeah.
So I know.
Oh man. All right, Gerald, you can actually win on this question.
30 points.
Man. Give me the damn question.
This Atlanta-born chef released a cookbook called "Turning Up the Heat" in October of 2006. This cookbook earned, and then hold on, let me start over because I got an extra word in here somewhere. Okay, this Atlanta-born chef released a cookbook called "Turn Up the Heat" in October of 2006, which earned an American Literacy Award as well as an NAACP Image Award nomination.
Oh no.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. G. Garvin. Nobody knows G. Garvin.
Never heard that motherfucker.
That's the only brother I know cook. That would have been my go-to.
That's what I think. It's the only black dude everybody knows is a chef.
I don't know that motherfucker. I know Anthony Bourdain.
And Paula Dean, apparently.
That's all I know, man.
Oh,
Paula
man.
Dean.
Well, we got a tie. So, I will go to an old standby. First one that gets it wrong, the other person has a chance to answer the next question. Answer the question correctly, and you win. So we will go old standby. NFL player colleges.
NFL player colleges.
So anybody can answer.
No, we'll.
I'm out.
Gerald's out. So it's you and Al. So Keyonne, you went first, so you'll go first in overtime.
Okay.
All right. Bo Jackson.
Oh, college. No, Auburn.
Yeah. Another layup. Al. Herschel Walker.
Georgia.
All right. And these will get harder as we go.
I can imagine.
All right. Keyonne. Roddy White.
Man, I don't know, bro. Shit. Coastal Carolina?
No, sir.
I don't know.
Al, do you know the answer?
UAB.
UAB is absolutely correct, sir.
That was to say that's correct. That's where he went to school.
Yep. Good one. All right. Al is the winner. Good job, man.
Good job.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well,
Roddy White played on that UAB team that was good.
Yeah, before they got lost the program and brought it back. They were good back then.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Keyonne. When he gets into the Hall of Fame, he'll mention that.
I was not watching college football back then. I guarantee you.
All right. Well, that was a good one. Thank you, Keyonne, for letting me get those off my chest.
All right.
So every few months or so, I may cook up some more stuff. I just had to get those off. So thank you.
You gotta throw some Bible questions in there, man.
Yeah, you gotta throw some Bible questions in there, man. I like that. I like that idea, Ken.
My hands might start smoking.
This dude had famous chefs as a category.
I don't know nothing, man.
Say, man, I like to cook. I like chefs.
Keep it interesting.
My dad probably knew all of those too.
Y'all like fairy tales. You like the Bible. No, I'm just kidding.
I do not see the correlation, sir.
What?
This kid
Between shots and bottles.
No. You said fairy tales.
Yes or no?
I do not see the correlation, sir. I don't understand that joke.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mom.
I understand it.
Keyonne, shot. What you got for me?
Man, I'm sitting here looking for a tweet right now, and I cannot remember. But I'm just gonna fuck. So I was on Twitter, and this guy. This is not going to be as good as it could have been if I found a tweet. But this guy put out a tweet saying only the players that are kneeling are only concerned. They hate Trump. That's why they're kneeling. Only 13 people of color were killed by unarmed policemen in 2018. And so I go to the guy's Twitter. He's like a famous guy because he has the blue check. I go to his Twitter page, and he has his thing is we are all sinners saved by Jesus. Then he started winning something about I write for something. And I just thought how ironic that was that someone would write something like that. Only 13 people were killed by unarmed policemen. And then he has the audacity to write about Jesus on his how your statement about who you are and whatnot. I just thought that was ironic, and I cannot remember the guy's name, but shout out to him for people that contradict themselves so much in life. You know how lives are not important. And one of the people responded to him on Twitter says, "So what amount of unarmed people being killed that'll make it okay to protest?" And then the next person said 14. Like just joking, it's funny, but anyway, that's my part in shot, the contradictions of people, and it's funny. Peace.
Cool. All right. Al, what you got for me?
Not much, man. Just, I had a real good conversation with some friends recently, mental illness and depression, and just want everybody to attention to signs of loving yourself in terms of things that they're going with, and show compassion and empathy and try to help people get help. It's just a growing concern, and there are just resources out there for people. So, yeah, that's all I got, man. Everybody have a great weekend. Of course, enjoy this show as always.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's about the stigma attached to mental illness, man. Absolutely. All right, Gerald, what you got for me?
Man, my parting shots, man, is dedicated to the Donald Trump supporters out there that are still trying to find a way to defend their guy. A little bit to Keon's point of where is your last straw? I want to know where your last straw is. Where you finally say, okay, maybe this person isn't the right person, or maybe this person it can't deliver on the message that he said he could, or I've been flat out played. So shout out to you guys. I know you guys wanted change, but you gambled on the type of change you wanted, and you gave us something that nobody wanted. So buckle your seatbelts because it's about to get interesting.
I sure hope so.
Yeah. All right. I ain't got nothing over the top, but I just want to give a shout out to our first Defy Life gear customer, John Green. Thank you so much, sir, for your purchase. It is for becoming our first merch customer. And also shout out to fellow podcaster Rakea Gibson of Black Girls Talk Sports, who became our first. She's also a patron of ours on Patreon, but she also became the first person to buy NFL shop gear from our site. So shout out to John Green and Rakea Gibson. So
shout out.
Got my shirt today, Jay. I forgot to mention that.
Cool.
Fit all right.
Say again?
Fit good?
Oh, yeah. It fits good, man.
Hey, everybody, get out there and get your Defy Life gear.
Yeah.
Check the site out for new content. It's really popping. It's hot as usual. We definitely always appreciate the listeners and the love and the support.
No doubt. And as Gerald always says, if you ain't messing with Defy Life, what's your life about?
What is your life about?
Your life. And Jay, if you beat up your wife, I'm not gonna cut you off, dude. We still gonna talk.
I appreciate that, man, because she got on my goddamn nerves today. So,
hey, we needed to change it. If you're not messing with Defy Life, you're a loser. How about that?
Hey.
Yeah.
It's straight to the point.
What your life about? Know what your life about.
Well, that's a little. So there's a battle rapper called Shotgun Suge, and his catchphrase is like, "What is your life about?" So I just took that and spin it to our logo. Like, if you're not messing with, his is what is your life like? So I was like, if you're not messing with Defy Life. Yeah, as he taps your pockets. He's a fan favorite in battle rap culture, and every time I ask that question, I think a little bit about him. Like, man, if you're not messing with Defy Life, man, what is your life about, man? Like, what are you doing with yourself?
No doubt.
I like it.
All right, I listened to him tomorrow. Shotgun Suge, never heard of him.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, it kind of garbage to me. But
oh really?
Yeah. Otherwise, he all the way trash.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Actually, he rap for the streets though. He rap for the streets though. So people love him because he rap for the streets. Like he a hardcore dude, but he's not trash.
Is he a battle rapper always saying how he's gonna kill you all the time?
Yeah. He one of the gun bar kings.
Okay.
Yeah, him and the dude in the passenger seat.
Okay.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
I mean, check some of his bars are clever. I mean, check them out.
Okay.
Shotgun Suge.
Yeah, he got some. He got some major, not major, but he got some mainstream love a couple years ago. Him and Jazz, and they was on this is like some freestyle session on MTV and BET. They got some love, but I'm not a fan of Suge. But
yeah, I'm not a fan of him. I just like all those guys. All those guys have like a little catchphrase.
Yeah, that's it. And,
yeah, and that's his catchphrase. What's your life like?
No doubt.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, this has been episode 71 of the Defy Life Podcast, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll be back with you next week. Until then, Defy Life.
Defy Life.
Defy Life.
Defy Life.